One, go.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Ascelia 7th Age. My name is Henry Walsh. I'm the Dungeon Master. Last week we didn't get to stream because of some technical difficulties, and for that I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick recap as well as give a recap to my players. My player characters learned a little bit more about Ash Elf Society and went to a apothecary on their way back to the main town. At the apothecary, one of our player characters, Ophelia, decided to take a deal from the apothecary wizard. In exchange for a book of spells, the apothecary wizard placed them under a geas and asked them to deliver a package to someone in the facility that is run by the counselor that they are about to go meet. Next, and importantly, the person who was acting as their guide also had to pick something up for the lunar, which is why they were at the apothecary. Afterward, they made their way back toward the Blood Moon Inn, where they will be resting the night before the morning, where they will have an early afternoon meeting with Jervis Dunn, the first council member that they will be meeting. Also, Aislinn got pretty shell necklaces in exchange for a big shell that she found on the ocean. Jack got a vision of a dragon made of dark ichor rising out of the swamp before it crashed back down in a torrent of liquid. And Ophelia made a very, very pretty sandcastle.
Yep. With the mage hand.
With the mage hand.
Yep.
We learned that mage hand is really good for making sandcastles.
And also another thing I just want to throw out there to Iestyn was when I took this deal with the wizard, it was a kind of a shady operation because I was in the apothecary and I was asking, do you have any like special spells that are, maybe more necromancy type spells? And it was very suspicious. The 5,000-year-old wizard running the apothecary shop was like, come back to my back room in private, and locked the door behind me, and then
Also
gave me this.
Soundproofed it.
Yeah, soundproofed it. So you guys don't know. Technically, you're not supposed to know what I was saying back there. And then, so it gave me this box that I have to deliver to Kurkrus. I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the right-hand man of Jarvis Dune, which is one of the politicians we're going to be meeting.
Sure.
And so, yes, I accepted this. In return, in exchange, the wizard said that it would give me a spell book with some good spells in it. So, we'll see.
Nice.
Yep, just letting you know.
Well, and
Yeah,
she also has a
rehearing
big
that.
curse on her that if she tells anybody, her head will melt.
Yeah, she put a geas on me, and I'll suffer, like, crushing psychotic damage or psychic damage.
It's like 5d10 psychic damage.
Yeah.
It could be 5 ones though.
Yeah, you never know. You never
Could
know.
be.
So we'll see. But so far, they asked me some questions about it, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do it for the better of the realm, and I think this will be good for the team. So,
yeah.
And also, the wizard charmed me. So
Well, the charm is part of the game.
The geas, yeah. So I kind of have a positive spin on the wizard. So, yeah.
Also,
Might freak out Iestyn a little bit.
Also, out of character, Ophelia changed her alignment after Jack just went, what is your alignment again?
I was neutral good, and now I'm just neutral. So, but I will say that kind of comes with asterisk because Ophelia does things that are good, but the means to get there might be dubious.
Yep.
Yes, that's kind of how I'm playing. Okay. Enough meta talk.
Enough meta talk. Well, that was just recapping, which is not meta so much. All right.
Just gonna get the Lunark killed. It's okay.
No.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't know who this box is going. Like, don't know what's in the box.
So, you were escorted back to the Blood Moon Inn. You had some time afterward. I believe people were drinking. There was an arm wrestling contest.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
There was an arm wrestling contest. Shantara met the head of the. She met Tillamook the Black, the head of the Black Merchants
Which is not the dragon.
mercenary
Yep.
mercenary company, and she impressed him a lot by beating him in arm wrestling. And although everyone expected him to be like, "Rah, you beat me, rah, rah, rah," he thought it was funny as shit that this little cat girl like out arm wrestled him. He thought it was great. Okay, anyway, and so the next morning dawns. You are awakened.
Did I have any dreams?
Actually, let me see if you did.
And you're not hungover because you rolled well.
Yeah.
That's
You and
right.
Yeah, you were
Shantara
not
both rolled
hungover.
well.
Do I need to roll for?
We were not drinking like lunatics.
Okay.
I don't know
Only
what
if
we
you
were
decided
doing,
to
but
heavily
yeah,
drink.
I don't think I would have been heavily drinking.
they were drinking a
mean,
lot.
They were drinking Tillamook size cup.
They had hot
The
baths.
trash can size.
That's what I did.
Okay, so actually you do have another dream.
Oh.
In your dream, as you find yourself drifting in the swamp, like you're laying back, drifting through the water, as it kind of carries you along. It's very peaceful. There's a sound of cracking and breaking twigs and wood, and above you, you see the trees are starting to bend inward, and their branches are starting to spiderweb out in your field of vision.
Mm-hmm.
As they spiderweb out, and this is come not from one tree, like it's multiple trees. As they spiderweb out, they come into what's starting to look like the form of almost a human head. It's not quite right, and it's like made of, it's like spiderweb of tangled branches that are forming into this spiderweb. Two clusters of fireflies come forward and swirl around where the eye holes are in the face, and you get the idea that they're forming eyes that are looking at you. It's just hovering above you as you kind of float. What do you do? How do you react?
I look around to see if there's anything that like stands out as a landmark.
Give me a history check.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on this, by the way.
Oh.
Because you know the swamp really well.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't the roll. So 15.
15. Okay. You don't recognize the spot in the swamp specifically,
Mm-hmm.
but you do recognize that it's this swamp. You get the idea that it's an abstraction of the swamp rather than an actual location, but the animals that you see, or the insects, the sounds, the way the trees are constructed, this particular swamp's fairly unique because of the curse and everything. So you kind of...
So it's like the Fellmire? Like it's not the Fellmire, but it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a representation of the Fellmire, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
This face looks down at you, and it opens its mouth. There's a rush of snapping and cracking and wood, and it attempts to make it. They almost coalesce into a word, but not quite. And as they do, suddenly you feel yourself being pulled under the water, and then you wake up.
Great. Could I try to see if I kind of could glean what that word was?
No, it was like it wasn't like it was trying to make a word. It wasn't an actual word. You got the distinct. Actually, give me an insight check.
Okay. With no advantage on this one?
No advantage.
That would be 12.
You did not get a sense of malfeasance. You didn't get a sense of evil or foreboding. You definitely get the idea that something, I'm sure you can put together what might have been, is trying to communicate in a way that you can understand it directly. You know from your from your gods that they don't speak in humanoid terms.
Right.
They are more chaotic than that. So if one of them is trying to reach out, you know, not only do you have their attention, but they're trying to reach you in a concrete way to communicate something. You're not sure what. You're not sure why. You do get the urge that, or you get the feeling that them trying to do this, even though it hasn't quite gotten it yet, that you get the feeling when you were pulled under the water, you got almost, you didn't, it wasn't words when you were pulled under, but you got this feeling of I will return. Like it will be back.
Okay.
Like kind of, I tried to do this thing, it didn't work, I'll come back.
Okay.
And you woke up.
Cool. So it sounds like I can't take much from this, but it's harbinger for something more later.
Either a harbinger or something's just trying to communicate in a way that it's never attempted before.
Okay. Do I feel like it's a specific god at the moment? I can't remember which god represents what.
You think this is the primary male, or male-ish, the father of trees.
Okay. Cool.
This would be, if you were to put them in a hierarchy, this is the top of the old gods.
Okay. Well, I think I murmur under my breath, maybe you guys can stop being a little less cryptic in the future.
I think that's what they were trying to do. Okay.
Cool.
And you are awakened by the sound of a city beginning its morning routines. You hear bells. You hear people moving around outside. There are clocks. Back then, they're, you know, not like what we would think of as clocks, but they do have like the big clocks. And so checking the one in your floor, because they're too expensive for rooms, but here's one in the hallway. You can see that it's around 10 a.m.
We slept in.
Yeah.
All
At
right.
least there's nobody yelling out our window this morning, waking us up with announcements.
Yep.
That was pretty brutal. The other times.
So we're gonna meet in the common room. Everybody
Sure.
heading
Yep.
downstairs.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Meet
All
there.
right. So when we get down to the common room where we're sitting there, I will play a rousing version of the medieval version of Eye of the Tiger for everyone as their inspiring speech for the morning.
Okay.
And that gives you all 8 temporary hit points.
Awesome.
All right.
Oh, excellent. You also, when you do go downstairs, although like I said, their foodstuffs are very limited. What they do have kind of like to snack on in the tavern, in the common room, is a small bowl of I don't know if you've ever heard of hardtack before. For those who haven't, I think everyone said yes though. But they have hardtack and a bowl of dipping broth, as well as glasses of water.
Delicious.
You want to use that spell that makes us all taste better? That's hardtack and
Yeah.
dipping
of
broth.
course.
Doesn't sound so good.
Prestidigitation.
I will-
Prestidigitation.
It costs me nothing, so
Oh, sweet.
absolutely, I am going to be doing that every time.
Sweet. Sweet. What's it tasting like this time?
I'm a one-trick pony, so Cajun.
Cajun, okay. All right, Cajun for breakfast. I'll take
I
it.
don't know what you guys want. You guys gotta speak up if you want
I
something.
don't know. I might want some scones and tea this morning. Hard to say.
Tasty.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Cajun's
that's
good.
fun.
All right.
Okay.
So you prestidigitate some flavor into the broth and the hardtack, which is good because hardtack doesn't taste like much.
Yeah.
Can people hear us talking?
No,
If
you
we talk
have your own
quietly.
common room. You have the entire floor room.
Oh, that's right. We're up in the. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, if anybody
Okay.
else is eating breakfast, I do that for them as well.
No, it's just y'all. This is your floor.
I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
that. It's our upstairs. We have the whole up level.
Yeah.
So, I think it would be a good thing to talk about some strategies for today. So we're just meeting with Jarvis Dune. Do I remember that it was at 4 o'clock this afternoon?
It was early afternoon.
Okay.
I think they said
I'm
2,
thinking
actually.
about
Okay.
prestidigitating the food that we get served by this aristocrat.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
tastes gross.
That'd be mad
Right, the other way.
disrespectful.
I
They might
want to
not like
caution
that.
us about eating and drinking there.
Huh?
I'm not sure it's the best idea. I think we need to be thinking about,
Poison.
I mean, we know some of these people are very antagonistic towards us and not interested in this peace
Do you
treaty.
think they would risk
Um,
open war, especially
know.
with like how their kingdom is currently faring?
Maybe not,
That's a
but
good point, though.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe
I'm
just-
Buy food and drink prepared, but it'd probably be disrespectful to cast a spell over
mhm.
dinner.
Oh, I agree. Once
But-
it's already cast. I think it's just if we're going in the early afternoon and it's not mealtime, I may just be pretending to drink if offered something and not really slugging down something. I don't have the ability to check for poison, so I don't know. Something just I think we should be
not a bad
considerate of.
idea.
I'm going to also wear my armor today. I'm not wearing my finery to meet with this guy because he doesn't seem that's not something that
Are you
we
gonna
were told he
wear-
was impressed by, so I'm just wearing my battle clothes and I'll have my shield on my
Wow.
back and my, so
No
I
diplomat.
mean, he's a
for
warrior,
today.
so
Yeah.
I think he will be more impressed by us as ourselves than fancy
Yeah, I say,
clothes.
wow, I'm always wearing the only thing that I can wear.
Fair enough.
The muddy
Fair enough.
rags.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know as it's worse to do. I don't know. I thought about inspiration beforehand too, just in case we need it. But it only lasts for, well,
I highly
Bardic
doubt
is-
it's gonna be that contentious.
We'll see.
Hope not. Hope you're right.
Maybe
I'm just
that's,
kind of thinking ahead.
Jack's optimism coming out. How bad could it be?
I like your optimism. Okay. All right. Well, I think just going in there and I'm going to dispense with court pleasantries and just be fairly straightforward with him. I am not going to. There'll be no diplomatic ass kissing. So,
As it should be.
not
Shantara would
apologetic.
appreciate that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take a second too while we're eating and cast Find Familiar. Summon Olivia.
Okay, takes an hour.
Yep.
Yep.
You have resummoned Olivia.
Yep.
What did she die?
Oh no. So is it just
She's
still
here.
there from last time?
No, yeah. You can just pull her out of her pocket.
Oh,
you don't have
okay.
to. You don't have to spend a spell slot or an hour or anything.
Oh, sweet.
Or
sweet.
gold.
Yeah. So okay. So
Yeah,
I'll
same
fuck-
thing.
Incense, not gold.
Is it incense?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Incense.
Okay.
But it's like 10 gold for the incense.
It's 10 gold worth of incense every
Yeah.
time you do it.
Yeah.
So I was looking at Revivify. Apparently, you need a 300 GP diamond to be able to use it, and it gets
Yeah.
expended.
Oh,
So
dang.
it's not. I mean, that makes
300
sense.
That
300
was
gold.
diamond dust.
I
It
look-
said diamond from what I saw, but let me double
Dang.
check.
I looked at that glyph
know
of warding
Raised
too,
Dead
and I'm
is a
like, holy
diamond.
crap.
That's an expensive spell to cast.
Well, it does return someone from the dead.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's,
Okay.
but besides that,
Diamond worth 300 GP.
Okay, they've changed it to an actual diamond. Okay.
I think we're. So how much time do we have before it's 10 o'clock now? I guess.
You had 4 hours. You
So
figure
before-
probably your discussing and eating maybe killed an hour if you wanted to get cleaned up and whatnot.
Let's see. So maybe.
Fourth was going to see if we had another meeting that we could do today, I think. So I guess maybe he'll touch base with us if he finds something out. All of you have your necklace that you got from the little girl. I have no idea. I'm sure it's just a little necklace, but it's very pretty.
Yeah,
So
I
each one of
wore-
us
I'm
has
wearing
one.
mine.
think Ophelia is going to eat her breakfast a little quicker than the rest of the group, and then she's gonna go out on her own and walk around the town and explore.
We got a necklace from a little girl last time.
I
Yes.
traded.
got
I got a
5
big,
necklaces.
beautiful shell, and I traded it for the
Okay.
5 necklaces because she was so excited. She was so very excited when she saw it, and she put it up on our wall, the big shell, and she gave us 5 necklaces.
Yes, they are 5 necklaces made of seashells,
Okay. Nice.
like the little clam seashell things. I don't know what those are actually called.
So
Like
So-
the little tiny ones.
The
Bigger.
ones that are like they're like a fan pattern,
Like a scallop.
Scallop.
Yeah,
that'd
a
be the
scallop
word.
shell. Yeah.
so
Okay.
so wait, real quick, sorry. So when I'm going out to explore, can I like kind of talk about what I'm doing with you right now?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, Ophelia was thinking that it might be best to try to deliver this package, when the rest of the group wasn't around,
Okay.
and maybe seeing if she could run into Crookus before we go to the meeting.
Okay.
So she's gonna go to where the meeting was gonna be held at this. Where is it, at a castle or is it?
It is at Jervis Dunes Manor.
So she's gonna go to the manor,
Okay.
and just in a very non-suspicious way, just kind of approach and just walk around and pretend like she's looking at it and see if there's any, guards that are outside that might be hanging out that she could talk to.
Okay. It's also Cookus, no R.
Oh,
Um,
Cookus. Okay,
Yeah. Kukus.
heard.
In any case, first it's going to be let's see if you can find the manor. How are you going to find the place? you don't
Because
have
I'm not going
GPS,
with
so-
fourth. Yeah, I'm not going with fourth.
Right. So how do you want to
I'm,
try to find
I'm
it?
gonna use Olivia to fly up into the sky
Okay.
and scout around the town and look for a nice looking house, a manor.
There are several manors in the
Okay.
town.
Okay.
There are there are 6 different manors.
So it's kind of hard to. Do they all look the same?
No.
Okay.
They are each different. Give me an insight check.
Sure. Is that with a D20?
Yes.
Wait. What do I add to that?
Yeah,
Your
insight.
insight.
+4, but isn't there another one?
No.
Okay, so +4. So I had 10.
Okay. They are different. They have different aesthetics.
Okay.
One is very Spartan. It's very low key.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There is one that is very ostentatious.
What's that mean?
Grand, flamboyant,
Okay.
opulent.
Okay.
To the point of tacky.
Think of Donald Trump, what he did with the Oval Office.
Yeah, something with
Yeah.
gold everywhere, gaudy.
Yeah.
Heard.
Okay. Then there is one that is just large and very utilitarian, very it's a very nice house, and you see you see a good number of servants, like, well, Olivia saw a good number of servants like tending to the grounds. There's one that is very clean, very, very white, very pristine and sanitary looking.
Okay.
Lots of stonework. There is one that is very much Gothic
Okay.
in terms of it's got large walls. It is darker in color. At the top of the posts of the walls, there are carvings of gargoyles. There is a set of archways leading from the edge. Like, so if you look at the fence or the wall, leading to the actual manor house itself is a pathway that has dark arches that you can walk under.
Cool.
And there are a number of servants. Interestingly, this is the only one that has visible guards.
Okay. So This is me thinking out loud here. I feel like Jarvis Dunes is either gonna be the Spartan looking one or this Gothic looking one. So I'm gonna start after Olivia flies back and tells me what she sees. I'm gonna go to the Gothic looking house and kind of approach the guards.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say hello.
As you approach, there are two guards standing to the left and right of the entrance from the main entrance of the wall. They are clad in scale mail.
Okay.
And each is carrying a polearm.
Okay.
With a wide blade at the tip. Their armor is dark in color, and is adorned with skull-like insignias in various parts. When you approach, they are both ash elves because they are armed.
Yeah.
One of them turns their red eyes to you, and his eyes narrow. Yes.
Hello. My name is Ophelia Dustbane. I'm searching for Jarvis Dunes Manor. Would this be his house?
This would be Lord Dunn's Manor, yes.
Okay, cool. So I have a delivery for his right-hand man, Krukas. Do you think you could put me in the right direction?
Stand here.
I'll wait. Thank you very much.
He turns to the other guard. Go deliver the message. There's a delivery here. The other, yes, responds and then heads inside, and you're just kind of left outside with this guard who is not really talkative, and it's kind of an awkward silence.
Yeah.
As he's just standing there.
Heard.
Ophelia's
gonna go, nice weather we're having today, huh?
You see an eyebrow under the helm raise up. The weather is acceptable.
Okay. Noted. Indeed it is.
Who do you serve?
I serve the kingdom and the better of the realm. Wait, what was the king? Yeah.
Parn, King Highborn.
Parn, King Highborn.
Ah, a diplomat.
Yes, exactly.
Running common errands.
Yeah, essentially. Yep.
I see.
Essentially that. But, you know, I only bring good offerings to Mr. Dune.
Lord Dune.
Lord Dune. My apologies. Forgive me.
After a couple of minutes of more silence.
Awkward small talk.
After a couple of minutes of more silence.
He's an aphrodisiac you're delivering. This guy's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
The other guard returns, and with him is a human male. I would say it's hard to place his age really, but you're thinking mid-30s, early 40s. He's got some wrinkles already. He's got some white streaks in his hair. He is wearing a very well-fitting tabard and tunic. It's expensive when you look at what peasants are wearing, like the other servants you've seen are wearing, but it's not like it wouldn't fit as like nobles attire. He walks up. I'm Kukas. How can I help you?
Oh, nice to meet you. I have delivery.
Give it to me.
Here you go. Ophelia hands him the box with it's a wooden, plain-looking box.
Thank you.
Of course.
You may go, servant.
Appreciate
He turns and walks back toward the manor house.
Cool.
Doesn't say anything else.
Mission
No small
accomplished.
talk. You kind of get the feeling, maybe rude or not, that he just kind of dismissed you.
Yeah.
Called you a servant.
Stop me a servant. So I didn't really like that, but Ophelia's just gonna ignore it, the comment, and leave the house and head back to the other group.
Okay. So for the rest of you, Ophelia left early on her own.
Does that lift the curse?
No. The Gaius still stays.
Well, I
The
thought
Gaius.
once I delivered it.
No, the Gaius stays for 30 days. You're not supposed to say who it's from, what happened, or any information on the box or the person that sent it.
Okay.
So you can't say anything about it for 30 days.
Okay. Heard. Noted. Is there a date? How can I keep track of 30 days from yesterday?
This is the first day.
Okay, so I'll just tally mark it or something.
Mhm.
What
Okay.
were you running errands for when we went to that shop? Was it for the Lunark or was it for
Uh,
something else?
The
Fourth-
fourth was picking up for the Lunar.
Yeah, fourth picked up a package for the Lunark.
Like spells and stuff.
I feel like we need to ask the Lunark how he feels about that person.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh, the
I mean, we don't know
apothecary?
anything
Yeah.
other than
Oh, yeah.
she went in the room and closed the door, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ask because we do know that our friend was locked up in a room.
I mean, that's up to you guys. I'm not gonna.
Can I say, maybe it's too late, that I morphed into a frog and tried to follow and see where Ophelia went?
You know what? Give me stealth check.
Just a regular stealth check?
How long does your morph last? Because it
Oh.
took them a lot of time to go find the.
I'm actually not familiar with that, so I thought it was until I opted to switch back.
I think the shapeshift sticks.
Probably last.
Stay in that form for a number of hours equal to half your druid level
Oh yeah, you're fine.
until you use wild shape again, which
So you have 2 hours.
yeah.
So yeah, that's about how long they were gone. So yeah,
Yeah.
you have enough time.
That's
Give me a stealth check.
Ooh, 21.
21. All right. Ophelia, what is your passive perception?
Stealthy frog.
12. Do I add anything to that?
No, it's just a static number.
Okay, 12.
Yeah, no, you don't notice shit.
Okay.
You follow them as they make their way to a manor house that is very dark, and after they spent some time sitting back and just sorry, there's something on my glasses. Hand me one of those cards real quick.
I mean, you didn't really see too much more than you already
Just
knew.
any card.
Like, you saw the
don't
box
wanna get
originally,
this-
I think, right? I had the
I think
box.
so. I would have thought you would have put it away.
Maybe I hid it. So I guess you probably see the box. That's probably the new thing you saw.
Yeah, you see them. Basically, Ophelia goes out, walks around a little bit, sends Olivia up into the air. Olivia circles the town for a bit, then eventually returns. Perches, there's a passing of information. You're assuming that Olivia doesn't actually talk. And then they headed toward this kind of dark manor house where they stood outside. You witnessed an awkward conversation between guards where Ophelia attempted small talk. You saw the servant come out. You saw the whole thing. You know what
The
you saw.
aristocrat didn't come out? I thought he did.
That was the servant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Kirkus,
Kukas.
Yeah, that was
Kukas,
Kukas.
he came out and you saw me hand him a box. No label. Nothing on this wooden box.
So the servant took that's
That's
who
who
you were
he was-
supposed to deliver it
Yes,
to?
the right hand man
Oh.
of Jarvis Dude. That's who I was supposed to deliver. It to.
Well, you don't know, but that's who they gave it to anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's
I
a good move.
try to sneak back as best I can.
Yeah, you're fine. You
Repeat.
had plenty of.
What?
You're frog.
Hopping along.
Your transformation does run out just shortly before you get back, but by that point you're already in the clear, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Do note that you did use one use of wild shape.
Yep.
Mhm.
And if Ophelia isn't there, I let the party know that Ophelia was delivering a box to some interesting looking people.
Not cool. Makes me very uncomfortable.
And I make note of where exactly that is in the city so that we can maybe delve deeper into who it is, what it is.
figure out whose house it was.
Well, you did hear the conversation where
Yeah.
they said, this is the manor of Jervis Dune. They actually did say it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what I was asking. Like, yeah, my right spot.
That was close enough. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a frog. No one knows you. You could have been close if you want.
Pretty
It just doesn't bode well that that's where we're going today. No, she's been there acting like a servant.
Fun.
All right, so once you guys are done conversating, Ophelia comes back in with the owl.
And
On the
I'm just
back.
like,
In the 2 hours that they were gone, because you arrived shortly before Ophelia does, because it's about the time it takes to get there and back.
mhm.
So Ophelia and Jack were gone. So it's just you and it's you and Iestyn for 2 hours, and Shantara's off doing Shantara things.
Looking for drugs.
Dream route.
All right. Well, I think we've just been talking about strategy and things to think about as we go through this, and just sort of talking about everything that's gone on.
Okay.
Unless you have something else that we should have been doing.
I mean, I'd probably spend some time just sitting and meditating, but other than that,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Okay. Cool. All right.
Ophelia, why don't you lead the way to our next destination?
we're waiting for fourth, right?
I
What?
do know. I
We're
know.
waiting
I
for
did.
fourth.
Oh yeah, fourth. Yeah.
So are you confronting Ophelia?
Yeah. Are you? Because I will. I'll have to say something, I guess. Are you asking? Like,
I don't know. I think you know. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'll
What
lead
were
the
you
way.
up to? What were you up to?
I had to deliver this package.
But you
My
can't
package.
Tell us
No,
about
I
the
told.
package.
I could. That was one thing. Just I could. I'm delivering a package.
That's all they can say. Yeah.
That's all I can
Okay.
say. I had to deliver a package.
And you have no idea what was in this package.
No, not at all. The apothecary said for the betterment of the realm.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Five
wait,
ones.
wait, wait,
Five
wait.
ones.
Am I not allowed to say?
Specifically, you are not to tell anyone.
Wait, no,
That the
no, but-
apothecary was involved.
Wait, no, but wait, hold up. Wait, if I could get a mulligan,
Give me
Was
an
it-
intelligence. Give me a wisdom save.
Wait, what was the other thing though that I could say? Because there was two things that I could say. That I was delivering a package.
You could say you were delivering a package,
Yeah.
and literally that was pretty much it. There were no.
I thought
that
there was one other thing, like I could say it was going to.
You could say you were delivering a package.
It's okay. We
Circus.
can aid you if you die.
Go ahead and just give me a wisdom. Give me a wisdom check.
Which one do I do?
Wisdom.
D20.
D20.
Cool. I'm gonna use my inspiration because I rolled
Okay.
3. So. Oh, that's super fun. I rolled
Another
3
three.
again.
+2 is a 5,
So 5.
All right. Yeah.
and you've used this.
Upon uttering from the apothecary, ouch. Ophelia, you suddenly feel the worst headache that you have ever had.
Yep.
You suffer 38 points of damage.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me.
27 plus 8.
It's gonna kill me.
That doesn't kill you,
Right?
Well,
What's
you
your
drop
damage?
to 0. That
Yeah.
doesn't. It's not instant death.
You don't get eviscerated.
Upon uttering those words, you suddenly get the worst headache ever. It feels like it is the worst migraine you can imagine.
So can I say that's not normal?
And it gets better because it's psychic damage. You've seen what psychic damage looks like.
I killed Sniffler with it.
Ophelia, blood starts coming out of Ophelia's nose and the corners of her eyes. Her head just kind of rolls back and she falls over. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah, anyone who witnesses this.
What can I do too?
No,
No,
you're
you're down.
no longer conscious.
No.
16.
14.
There was definitely some magic that just went off. You don't know where, who, or what the source is.
Right.
Take a couple guesses.
Well,
what do I just
there,
say?
there are a number of things that could have happened. No one rolled high enough to identify the spell.
I see.
You fall over. You don't feel this. You are gone.
Okay. So I have 0 health, right?
You have 0 health.
Okay.
How do the rest of you react?
I immediately go over in healing word.
Okay.
Well, actually, I go ahead and pop a starry form, and then the chalice, and then do...
I mean, I can just lay on hands
I
though.
was
If
going
it'll
to say
save
one of
spell
us can
slots.
do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna do 20 points of lay on hands.
Okay. You regain
Lay
20
on
hit
hands
points.
as a cantrip?
No, it's just bonus action.
Okay.
I just have 20 points of lay on hands a day.
Appreciate that. So I get 20 HP now.
Yeah, you wake up on the ground. Your throat is filled with blood. You're when your eyes open, like you are very dizzy, and your eyes are unfocused. You're not sure what happened.
This seems...
So we roll her over
Okay.
on her side,
real-
so she's not choking on nasty blood.
Yeah, and also
Alright,
wait, real quick before we go back to the game. So if I say anything more, well, does that happen again, or is now the
You
day
don't
is
know.
done?
Your character does not know.
Oh, okay.
And
My guess is yes. It's a 30-day spell.
Okay, heard.
Curse.
Heard. Cursed. Being cursed.
yeah,
Okay.
you're not sure.
Okay.
Because you didn't identify the spell earlier.
Okay, so maybe we shouldn't be asking Ophelia about this anymore. But I think this is a good reason to bring this to the Lunarch.
Do we have time? What time is it?
It's about noon. Force should be arriving any time now.
Did you look at your watch?
I did.
Wait, so you guys are gonna tell the Lunar?
We're going to try to find out what's going on because we just had a member of our party drop over unexpectedly on the
And you
floor
do
and
know
almost
whatever-
die.
You do know whatever happened. There was a psychic attack. You know psychic damage and what it looks like.
And I also don't know if the apothecary was notified of this, or do they feel it in the force?
You don't know. You have no idea. You don't know. All you know is your friends asked you a question. You said I was delivering something for, and then all of a sudden it felt like something stabbed you in the brain.
Oh, we didn't get to hear apothecary. We just...
No, you heard her say apothecary.
Okay.
I thought I could say that.
All right,
You're
so
fine.
we try to get Ophelia stable and laying
Yeah,
Yes,
down.
we did.
Fourth is not here,
I'm gonna
right?
Not
I'm
yet.
gonna cast false life and give myself some more temporary hit points.
Okay.
Okay, you need them?
Do we have? Will
Yeah,
fourth be here in
20
less than 10 minutes?
We
or
may
do
not
think we
be
have 10
fighting.
minutes?
You don't know, but you probably have 10 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna start ritually casting detect magic.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
I can detect magic. And
It-
I'll-
It's spell detect magic.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's not like I can just see magical auras, but it doesn't actually do too much unless you like identify magic, which I can't do.
Oh, I see.
So I can just see if there's magic.
You can identify magic. Yeah, you can
Might as well do
you
false
can
light.
study it and you can.
I don't know that I would burn a spell slot. You got 20 hit points back.
Since magical presence,
You might want
within
it,
30
but-
feet of yourself.
And we're
I
not
don't
looking.
think you need
You
it,
can
but
learn.
if
I know
feel
you
so
can
inclined,
learn the
go for it.
school. I'm almost.
We're not going.
I can
into
learn the
battle.
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slot. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I
too.
can get the school if I take an action.
Because we'll.
Okay.
rest.
How many slots do you have?
I got
So yeah,
three-
upon
three level one.
upon
slots.
you utter the words of magic
Four
and
level
you
one
spend 10
slots
minutes in
and
contemplation
three
and
level 2 slots.
so for the rest of you,
Level one
what
slots.
you see
These ones.
is Iestyn takes a step back and begins ritually preparing magic, and you know what that kind of looks like. And then after about 10 minutes of contemplation and murmuring different words of magic under in a low tone, they open their eyes. Their eyes are glowing blue. I mean, you've seen this before as they observe, and they're looking deeply at Ophelia.
I just want to check the necklaces.
Necklaces are not magical.
Okay.
The only magic that you see are the magical items you're carrying. And yes, there is a magical aura. There is a magical aura around Ophelia. You see multiple magical auras around Ophelia.
Great.
You see a necromantic one because they cast false light. You see.
you did
you
cast
don't.
it?
You don't know what that is.
2d4.
And you see one that's of the enchantment school.
Enchantment. Okay.
And you see one of the divine. You note that the necklace they're wearing, the amulet is divination.
I get
That's the
10.
one you already had, though, right? The
Yeah,
amulet of divine recovery.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
divine recovery.
Okay. So
I rolled decent on the temporary. I got 30.
30
No.
temporary
No,
HP.
no 10.
Oh,
temporary.
okay.
30 all day.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
a 4 and a 2, plus a 4 temporary hit points from false life.
Okay.
So that's 10.
Okay. Just make sure you take off slots or whatever you
Yes,
need to
for
do.
the 1.
Yep. So that is what you were able to tell.
Okay.
Ophelia, do you know what just happened?
Oh, your hammer also has an evocation enchantment on it.
No.
The one that spews lightning is it?
No,
that's
because
not
I don't know about Gaius.
Oh.
I don't. I guess I was explained that I wasn't aware of Gaius. Like I know I heard the spell, but I don't understand that spell yet, so I don't know what happened.
You don't.
I think you can talk about this. How do you feel about the apothecary right now?
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know that she cast. You don't know what she cast. You don't know she cast Gaius.
Yeah.
You know she cast something.
Yeah.
So the apothecary seemed interesting. What did you all think of the apothecary? What'd you think, Jack? We're just chatting here.
She seemed a little shady.
Yeah.
What about you, Ophelia? What did you think of her?
I thought she was pretty wise and smart, but
Good job.
yeah, I mean, I'm charmed. I'm charmed. I'm underneath the spell, so that's all I can say, really. I thought she was wise and smart, and
I wasn't paying attention to the apothecary. I was kind of zoned out.
Yeah. So the enchantment. I mean, would we guess? Can I roll to see if I would guess because he said it's an enchantment spell that I would guess that it's charm person since she's acting so weird on
Well, I mean that's the thing. She just said you asked what she thought. She told you what she thought.
yeah, I was wise. and
That's not like acting necessarily weird.
Yeah.
I feel like we could still put
But yeah,
two and two
you
together.
can give me an insight check.
It's like the only major event that's happened in the past session. So
13,
No,
14,
also they went off alone for 2 hours. Well,
Yeah.
you were following.
That's it.
14.
14. What is Ophelia's? Well, she's not actively being deceptive. What would be the difficulty for that? 14.
Not great.
Medium. A standard medium is 15. That's what I'm going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. It's 5, easy is 10, medium is 15. So they seem to like the apothecary, but you also know the apothecary, like they oh, that was the thing you could say. The other thing you could say is that they were giving you spells, what the payment was for.
Oh, okay.
A spell book was
Okay.
the other thing you could say.
Okay.
But yes, you I mean they they made a deal that they I'll put it this way. You know they made a deal with the person in the apothecary. You know they came out and said I can't talk about it. And you know the second they talked about it they almost died. You can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
To say that someone did something they were told not to do and did it anyway.
So we think we should go talk to the Lunarch?
I mean, we just watched our friend almost die.
Yeah. I mean,
over just trying to communicate something very simple.
basic
Okay.
to us.
Ophelia's gonna speak up a little bit and also say that if we talk to the Lunar, you know. And
Well, I don't think you have
possibly-
to talk to the Lunar.
no,
No.
I'm just saying though that we could be throwing off the course of what the package was supposed to do.
Oh, I don't think that was part of
So-
the agreement, right?
Well, I don't know what the package does. I'm just saying that.
The package could be something damaging to Lunark, in which
Yeah.
case we're here on a mission from the king, and I feel
So
like
don't repeat what I'm about to say, but right before this happened, you said the apothecary said that this was for the greater good. That seems kind of foreboding.
I mean,
The
take that
better
as you
good
will.
of the realm.
take that as you will. I mean, I think
Don't,
it's
don't,
true.
Don't,
Careful.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
So yeah, that's up to you. I don't think we should. I think we should go just meet
think-
Jarvis Dune.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, but I don't trust your judgment.
I don't either right now.
Okay.
I think you need to stay here and rest.
About that time is when there is a knock at the common room door.
Um, who is it?
You hear Fort's voice. It's I. I'm here to fetch you for your meeting.
I don't think I should stay back and rest because what happens if you guys get into an altercation?
Well, what are you gonna say?
Well, do you want your wizard there with you, or do you not want your wizard there with you? If you
Well,
get into
so
an
I wanna
altercation, that's up
say-
to you. I'd like to come still.
Well, but at this
Ophelia,
point,
please
they also
watch what
think
you say when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. We were outside Jarvis Dune's mansion when we were when that box was delivered. So maybe the betterment of the realm isn't the Lunarch, but it could be us.
it could be us. It could be
The
something
target?
targeting us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It could be the Lunarch. It could be us. It could be
To be
Jarvis
Jarvis
Dune.
Dune.
Jarvis Dune. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
And
Jarvis Dune
honestly-
is kind of a not a good guy, right?
Well,
We've kind of
he
sorted
actually
that
was
out a
on my
little bit.
list of maybe we could have some influence with. I don't think he's the best case scenario, but we need 4 of these 7 people. We only have 1, so we need 3 more.
Ophelia's gonna say, "I'd like to come, but I'm part of the team. I'm a team player. If you guys don't want me to come, I'll hang out here."
I'm just a little
I don't
concerned
like
as
splitting the party, like
Yeah.
metagaming wise.
I think it's a bad idea too. I would rather come with you.
I mean, also there's also the fact that your friend also was struck dead
Yeah.
from a spell, and if you leave them alone, there's also the possibility it could happen again, and they'd be alone and bleed out.
nobody's
Yeah.
here.
Also, there's only 6 counselors. The 7th is the Luna.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the 7.
So
That's
we
right.
need
I'm just
3.
assuming that he's
So you
at
already
it,
got
yes,
the
right?
Lunarch.
So we
Got
need
the
3
Lunarch.
more. And then when I looked at like who was who, like there's one that was like the previous Lunarch that looked like he would be easier to convince, and then one of the women looked,
Trashir is gonna be
Yeah.
an easy one to get.
yes,
Maybe Delina.
but you know, Wizarek is a long shot for sure,
We don't know anything about Sishu.
right?
And then the previous Lunar.
Oh no, there is 7. I'm sorry, because
There's
I
7?
forgot S tier.
Oh yeah.
That's on me. So yes, there are 7. You do need to convince 3.
Yeah.
So we don't have to
So
convince
anyway.
this guy.
No, but I thought he was a better chance because we don't know about the one mystery one. I don't know. We don't. I mean, but I think the more we can get, the better, right?
Fourth's a knocking.
All right. No, come on in, 4th.
4th steps inside. Looks around. Immediately goes very concerned as there is a puddle of blood on the ground.
Shit.
Don't mind that.
What occurred?
We
Ophelia was unwell.
we not.
Yes, it's a very weird things that human do sometimes certain times of the month, and I might
I'm-
not want to get into it, but
Yeah. Give me a deception check on
okay,
that one.
perfect. There we go. That's a good oh, going off the
What is
oh
it?
no,
It's
bro,
a
what is
3.
up with 3s, bro?
The 3 and
Your
no
dice
bonuses
is
on that
loaded.
one.
I mean, I almost made you roll it with disadvantage on that one, considering 4th is human.
Right.
I rolled 3 3s in a row now. It's dice jail
sure.
for that.
Sure, you can borrow a
4th
different one.
does not buy that at all. Right. I'm going to assume that this is some secret blood ritual or something. And I'm not going to ask any questions if you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'd rather not. That's more of a personal
do we
matter.
want to get company with the Lunark and maybe?
Do we have time to talk to the Lunark before we go to Lord Dunn's?
He kind of frowns. The Lunark is running. I could arrange one. It wouldn't be before because he has matters of state that he attends to each day.
Of course.
I can't just call in for a meeting unless it's an emergency.
It seems like an emergency.
Well, then, yes, if there's an emergency, I'm certain that we can stop by. We have 2 hours. It will be close, but
Okay.
we can do that.
Let's
Okay.
do it. We're coming. But you're going to be careful what you say.
Can we just
Yeah.
have Ophelia not be present? Because I feel like that runs the risk of.
It's up to you guys. I said I'll come if you guys want me to come, but if I'm not welcome in the party, then I won't join. I'll stay back.
You're welcome. We're just
think
worried
we
about
need
you.
to-
We don't want something else
just
to
don't have
happen.
to
You
be
just
right
scared
in
us
the
to
room.
death by dying, you know.
Up to you guys. I'm cool either way. That's all it is.
So
Up to you guys. Because you guys are wanting to decide
I mean, I think we
to do the
want
right
to
thing or not.
bring Ophelia with us in
Yeah.
case the Lunar could identify what's happening.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So we're all going together, but we do want you to be extremely careful with what you say. Let us talk, just on the off chance that something you say, like last time, makes you start bleeding from everywhere on your head.
Understood. Understood.
All right. Okay, off with fourth.
All right. Fourth, escorts you out, calls around the carriage, and it clops off toward the Lunark's fort. I'm not gonna rearrange the map for this, so
Mhm.
you get there. Fourth hops out. Fourth speaks in a very low tone. If you really want to, you can overhear it to one of the guards.
Sure.
Sure we do.
Basically, he just says, "Yes, tell the Lunark that we have an emergency and he must be spoken to immediately." The guard nods, walks inside. There's a moment of delay before the Lunark, or not the Lunark himself, but before the guard comes back and just beckons you to enter. When you walk in, you head toward the audience chamber that the Lunark uses, and you can already see that the Lunark is sitting in his throne, for lack of a better term. He has a long table sitting out in front of him with tons of different papers and stuff on it. There are a group of people in there, humans, elves, like they're servants, and then there are also a number of ash elves. They are not talking as you enter. Like they have, whatever they were talking about, they have stopped because you were called in. The Lunark stands. I was told there was an emergency. Please come with me. He walks toward one of the doors in the back, opens it. This is not the one where the cells are. This is off the one that was off to the side that you never went in.
Okay.
He opens the door and beckons you in. We will not talk here. I know where we will talk. He leads you toward a side chamber. He opens the door. He leads you inside. It appears to be a private study.
Okay.
He closes the door. You notice that when he does close the door, he retrieves a wand from one of the folds in his clothing and taps it, and you feel a boom. You hear like a boom sound, and then you notice sounds get very muffled.
So he's kind of like a wizard
So
too.
what was
Oh, he has a magical wand.
Oh, okay, cool.
You would know from history. Just a second, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you know?
You would know from history that the people who got transformed initially were soldiers from Clearbrook, which is the magical high elf city.
Oh, okay.
Most of the originals were wizards that fought were either wizards or other arcane magic users wizards, eldritch knights, and such.
Okay.
Now the Lunarch is not one of them.
Okay.
But the Lunarch is not specifically one of them. But because he wasn't an original, so you don't know what his background is. But he does have this wand that apparently can soundproof a room.
Can do some magic. Okay. Cool.
He gets very serious once the door is closed. All right, my friends. There was an emergency that did interrupt the daily. What has happened?
First of all, we're very sorry to take you away from your meeting and your work.
He
But
kind of dismisses it. He waves his hand. You feel free to talk. If there's an emergency in my kingdom, I need to know what is going on.
So, our companion Ophelia has potentially done something not illegal, but perhaps unwise. We made a stop yesterday at the apothecary as 4th was picking up something for you. And while we were there, Ophelia and the apothecary struck up a long conversation, and they went into the back room for a period of time with the door locked and we could not hear anything. And Ophelia came out with a box, and apparently all we know is that she was to deliver this box to someone. And
We know who that someone is.
And now we know who the someone is because she went out this morning to deliver it, and we know that she delivered it to Kukas.
Well,
at
do they
Lord-
know that guy? I think they just know that I delivered it to Jarvis's Dune's house.
Oh, he was standing.
No, you
right there.
specifically said Kukas.
Oh, okay.
Now that
Yeah.
doesn't
Okay,
necessarily mean it wasn't to go to someone else.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But you
That's
did
fair.
deliver it to Kukas.
Sorry, I didn't even interrupt.
No. So we so the package was delivered to Kukas. Apparently, was who Ophelia was looking for. We found this out because Jack was paying attention to where she was, and then upon her return,
Yeah.
when we questioned and we were asking what she was doing and trying to understand what this was all about, she mentioned the apothecary and then suddenly dropped over and died, for lack of a better word, with blood coming out of everywhere, psychic damage. And we were able to revive her, but we're very concerned about this package. We want to make sure, I mean, from Ophelia's standpoint, she's young and she was promised us. Did she say
I'm allowed to say that. Yeah.
Right?
I was supposed to get spells in return
Right.
for delivering the package.
She was going to provide some new spells to Ophelia, so I understand why that was attractive. But we're just concerned, and we're wondering if you have information on the apothecary and might be able to provide some insight as to whether or not this person is trustworthy or an ally of yours, or
Lithel is the apothecary that I'm assuming you went to. Lithel is very old, and she practices the old ways. I will look into this. I will have my men and my women look into the situation. For now, it is best to play cards close to chest. I am not magically inclined personally, so I have very little knowledge of what might have gone on. I will have someone look into it. So what we know, I will go over to make certain that I am not missing anything. You visited the apothecary. She pulled you into the back and you had a conversation of some sort. I am not going to ask you what based on what they said. You had a conversation, you were given, you made an agreement to deliver a box somewhere, correct?
In exchange for some spells.
In exchange for a spell book, and then when you said something, you came under psychic assault.
Yes.
That's definitely could be within her purview of magic. She is very old. I would say do not speak of this to anyone. I will send my agents to look into the matter. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
We just want you to be careful. We didn't, just on the off chance that I don't know. We don't want harm to come to you.
Yeah,
No,
and
this is very troubling.
Yeah, Ophelia also perks up, says, I mean no harm to you as a Lunarch as well. I was under the impression that delivering this package would be under the betterment of the realm.
And it could be, we do not know. It could be a private matter between, Little and this Kukas person. I am familiar with who Kukas is. It could be a private matter. It could have been something on behalf of Lord Doom. Do not know. I am very troubled. But here is what I will do. I have a court wizard. Your meeting is very soon. I have a court wizard. I will tell them what has occurred. And after your meeting with Lord Doom, I would like you to come back. I was going to tell you, or to tell Fort, that I had arranged a second meeting with one of the other council members later this evening. I can cancel it should you wish. Or that would be rude without revealing why. I can simply say you were ill if you choose.
Well, maybe I could just sit out of the meeting and meet with the wizard, and the rest of my group could go and do the meeting.
Who is the second meeting with?
The second meeting would be with Lady Delena.
So you and Shantara, maybe Shantara could stay with you, so you're not alone.
Sure.
Just because we're worried about you. And then the three of us can meet with Lady Delena.
So I really need to pee, so I'm gonna say it for break. You guys can keep playing.
Yeah, let's do a quick pee break.
Right back.
And people can get drinks and snacks.
Hey, I'm Tony Cato, Challenges Games and Comics, and you need to be watching Birdography. Hi, I'm Tony Cade, and I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics.
Ruggers have all the stories.
Peggy 12.
For generations, the Dragon Lords ruled over Tarkir, crushing the once great clans under Talon and Fang. But now, the winds have changed, and a new age approaches. Together, the 5 clans sought to take back the skies by harnessing the power of the spirit dragons. But it was a power they could not fully comprehend. The skies darken with a new threat to Tarkir. It will take the combined might of of the 5 clans to face what's coming. Sultai, Mordu, Abzan, Timur, Jeskai. Let those who summon the storm be the ones to break it.
Some think there's nothing beyond what is known. But I came from nothing. I took the opportunity to forge my own destiny. I will make the stars tell me their secrets and bring these planets to their knees when I know everything. All the power in creation will be within my grasp.
Hey, I'm Tony Cade. I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics and the publisher of the Fox Chronicles. And so I created a new character called Autumn Fox. Well, it's a continuation of the story. In the first issue, we do like most people did. We basically introduce the character, we give you an origin, we introduce you to her family members, her friends, people that are going to be important to the story going forward. And so we're developing a world and characters that you can care about. And in the second issue, we deal more with her actually dealing with the issue of trafficking. Now we've actually got the second issue, which is basically in the can, ready to go. So all I need you guys' help is to help me get the books finished to the printers, to finish paying the creative team, and to get them in your hands. Tony K, the Challenges Games and Comics, and you need to be watching Blurography. Hi, I'm Tony Cade, and I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics.
We runners have all the stories.
Peggy 12.
For generations, the Dragon Lords ruled over Tarkir, crushing the once great clans under Talon and Fang. But now, the winds have changed, and a new age approaches. Together, the 5 clans sought to take back the skies by harnessing the power of the spirit dragons. But it was a power they could not fully comprehend. The skies darken with a new threat to Tarkir. It will take the combined might of the 5 clans to face what's coming. Sultai, Mardu, Abzan, Timur, Jeskai. Let those who summon the storm be the ones to break it.
Some think there's nothing beyond what is known. But I came from nothing. I took the opportunity to forge my own destiny. I will make the stars tell me their secrets and bring these planets to their knees when I know everything. All the power in creation will be within my grasp.
Hey, I'm Tony Cade. I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics and the publisher of the Fox Chronicles. And so I created a new character called Autumn Fox. Well, it's a continuation of the story. In the first issue, we do like most people did. We basically introduce the character, we give you an origin, we introduce you to her family members, her friends, people that are going to be important to the story going forward. And so we're developing a world and characters that you can care about. And in the second issue, we deal more with her actually dealing with the issue of trafficking. Now we've actually got the second issue, which is basically in the can, ready to go. So all I need you guys' help is to help me get the books finished to the printers, to finish paying the creative team, and to get them in your hands. Hey, I'm Tony Cade of Challenges Games and Comics, and you need to be watching Blurography. Hi, I'm Tony Cade, and I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics.
Runners have all the stories.
Peggy 12.
For generations, the Dragon Lords ruled over Tarkir, crushing the once great clans under Talon and Fang. But now, the winds have changed, and a new age approaches. Together, the 5 clans sought to take back the skies by harnessing the power of the spirit dragons. But it was a power they could not fully comprehend. The skies darken with a new threat to Tarkir. It will take the combined might of the 5 clans to face what's coming. Sultai, Mardu, Abzan, Timur, Jeskai. Let those who summon the storm be the ones to break it.
Some think there's nothing beyond what is known. But I came from nothing. I took the opportunity to forge my own destiny. I will make the stars tell me their secrets and bring these planets to their knees when I know everything. All the power in creation will be within my grasp.
Hey, I'm Tony Cade. I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics and the publisher of the Fox Chronicles. And so I created a new character called Autumn Fox. Well, it's a continuation of the story. In the first issue, we do like most people did. We basically introduce the character, we give you an origin, we introduce you to her family members, her friends, people that are going to be important to the story going forward. And so we're developing a world and characters that you can care about. And in the second issue, we deal more with her actually dealing with the issue of trafficking. Now we've actually got the second issue, which is basically in the can, ready to go. So all I need you guys' help is to help me get the books finished to the printers, to finish paying the creative team, and to get them in your hands. Hey, I'm Tony Cade of Challenges Games and Comics, and you need to be watching Blurography. Hi, I'm Tony Cade, and I'm the owner of Challenges Games and Comics.
boldest doors.
Peggy 12.
For generations, the Dragon Lords ruled over Tarkir, crushing the once great clans under Talon and Fang. But now, the winds have changed, and a new age approaches. Together, the 5 clans sought to take back the skies by harnessing the power of the spirit dragons. But it was a power they could not fully comprehend. The skies darken with a new threat to Tarkir. It will take the combined might of the 5 clans to face what's coming. Sultai, Mardu, Abzan, Temur.
And we're back. While we were off stream, we discussed some house rules regarding paladin mounts. When they come up in play, I'll go over them so people watching at home can understand what we've done, but we've changed paladin mounts slightly. Anyway, continuing on. So when last we left off and before we took our break, the Lunarch basically said you probably shouldn't tell anyone. There was something I was going to do while we were still at break and I forgot to, but I want to go ahead and say, I'm not going to say you have to bring Ophelia, but I would kind of feel bad if a player had to sit out for most of the session. So that's up to y'all and up to Ophelia's player.
Up to you guys.
No.
I said I'm a team player, so if you guys, think it's best for me to stay, then I'll stay. But if not, then I'd like to come.
She's coming with us for sure to Jarvis Dunn, and then it's just a matter of whether or not
Oh,
she
with
goes
that
to
other
see the
part.
wizard
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the Lunarch and does that instead of the second one.
Your wording there, just off to see the wizard.
Off to see the wizard.
Okay. Anyway, but he says, yes, this is very interesting indeed. Your meeting is very soon. You have just enough time to make it. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will have my agents begin working on it. If I have to take action, I will take action. I do wonder if there is a plot against me. But of course, in my situation, there is always a plot against you. And that is just how it goes.
But better to know.
Yes,
That's why we
true.
wanted to talk to you.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Yep.
Unless you actually have forearms, and then maybe you're right armed. But I don't know how that works.
And Ophelia perks up again and says, Lunarch, like I said, no hard feelings between you and me. I really like you, and I really want our political mission here to succeed.
I do not blame you for a thing. You are young, you make mistake, you
Once
are a
the-
wizard who is looking for power. I mean, that is kind of what the wizard does, right? Like the old story. Have you ever heard the story of the Manticore and the rock?
No.
So the Manticore, the Manticore wants to fly like cross country, right? But the Manticore, his wings are like this particular Manticore, like his wings are like atrophied because if they weren't, the story wouldn't make any sense. And there's a rock who's like, I will not give you a ride because you have this big scorpion tail thing. And then the Manticore is like, no, I promise you, I am not going to, or Manticore, not Manticore, regardless, creature with big stinger. That's all that matters. And the
Sounds
rock
like a
goes,
similar parable I've heard of.
Yeah.
the rock goes, you will sting me, and then we will vomit, and then it will hit the ground. And then the masticator is like, no, it's fine. I'm not going to do that because then I will hit the ground, and I don't want to hit the ground. And so the rock is like, hey, sure, why not? So the rock spreads its back. The masticator gets on their back. They start flying, flap, 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 flap. They fly up into the air. They're flying over the ground. The masticator then suddenly stings the rock, and the rock goes all like he goes all paralyzed. And as they're falling down, the rock goes, "Why did you sting me? Now we will both die." And the masticator says, "Silly asshole, my wings work just fine." So that is like the thing.
So what's the message there?
The message is
Are you the manticore or are you the rock?
I like to think of myself more like a weaver. Like I have the
Wyvern.
wings and the that's kind of what I like to think of myself as.
Okay.
I am not rock nor wyvern. You know what? I want to be a tiger. I always wanted to learn how to turn into a tiger because I think that would be cool.
What would the tiger play in that story?
The tiger would watch it and go, silly people, I can't fly. That would be what the tiger would do. In any case, you need to go to your meeting. I'm going to go ahead and call Fort and let you go over there, and Fort will take you over there, and then we will talk afterward. You come back here before your other meeting, we talk more.
So how's Shiara doing?
Well, she is in her chambers right now. If you want, I can bring you to it. Well, when you get back, you can go see her. You don't have time right now. But she is being well taken care of. I made sure she has clean clothing, she has food, she has water, she has access to my library, she can read books. She wants to live, but I can't allow that. But, I'm keeping her as comfortable and well fed as I can. She is considered, I guess. I don't think she's doing bad. She's not being mistreated or anything. And I have even given her her own personal servant to do what she needs to do.
How does she feel about that?
She has someone to do things for her. Most people tend to like that. My servants are not like most servants. My servants are a different breed. In any case, you must go. You must go.
Right.
We're head out.
Thank you.
All right. He escorts you back to the. He escorts you back to the main room, where he walks in. He's back to his boisterous self. Sorry about the brief interruption. Well, we are running the kingdom. Let us go over more numbers and see who needs what and how to bring things up. My friends are going to go ahead and leave it. There's a little problem taken care of. No problem. Let us go. And he kind of sits down and starts working with people as Forth just kind of stands there. He's like, Forth, take these people up when they're done. Come back and we talk. But you need to hurry, get them to meeting, because if you be late, it would be bad for.
All right. So as we're walking over, I want to just quietly tell my friends that two, if possible, in there, give me 10 feet of space, just in case I need to bust out the wings. Okay.
Okay.
Noted.
So just don't stand too close.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm gonna need. Don't know what I'm gonna need. So
You never know.
he likes shows of power.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Just want it as an option, and I don't want to singe your singe your clothes. So, all right.
So Forth is Forth escorts you out, gets you to the carriage, and the carriage heads off. It travels for a bit. You get to see more of the city before you see a large, dark manor that, Jacke and Ophelia are familiar with. As the carriage pulls up, Forth steps down, walks over to the guards. Yes, these are the ambassadors. They're here to see. They have an appointment with Jervisian.
Is it near the temple that we were at for his temple?
Not near. I
Okay.
mean, not far away, but
Okay, not next door.
Right. He goes, he looks over, and he and the guards exchange some talk before the guards finally wave you in. They keep an eye on you, and they escort you in toward a specific door that looks like a very opulent meeting hall made of stone and brick. And so you have a visual representation. This is what it looks like. On the inside, as the doors are open, you see nice and very fancy rugs. You spy interestingly enough, but he is an elf. You do spy a small section in the middle that has been turned into a miniature grove of which living trees are growing out of the ground and are tended. The guard escorts you forward along the walkways until you reach the main room. There's very kind of a cold presence to the place. There is a throne at the back, and torches light the area. But in the center is a nice-sized table that is already set with 6 chairs. Jervistun is a large, stern man. You've seen him from the monument to him that you saw earlier. He does not have any facial hair like any elf, but his hair is well kept, tied back. He is a fairly large, imposing figure. In general, he's large for an elf. Elves are actually slightly shorter than humans on average. He is taller for the size of an elf. He's 6'4" ish. His armor is half plate. It's darkly colored. It's been metal dyed. He has a sword at his hip. You identify as a bastard sword. As you enter, he rises. To his left and right are 2 guards, each armed with short swords that stand at attention. Neither of these guards is human. They are both ash elves. He looks at you, and he speaks in a low, very not guttural, but a very low, I guess dulcet would be the right word, tone. Greetings. You are the ambassadors.
We are. Greetings to you, Lord Dune. I am Aislinn of Balmaris, and I am the royal negotiator for the King of Parn. These are my companions.
I'm Jack.
Iestyn.
I'm Ophelia Dustbane.
And Shantara, champion of her people.
Of course. I have, as you can see, prepared a table for us to talk. Please feel free to have a seat. I shall as well. He sits in the first seat.
Is this him today?
Yes, that's him today. I don't have a mini for him because I'm not.
Is that the mini we use for the Lunark as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to take advantage of Parker.
We just need to. We'll build up a supply of miniatures
Dad,
eventually, and then be
take
able to.
And if you want to come up with Ash Elf counselors, I'll give you their genders. I'm not gonna ask though.
We appreciate you meeting with us today, Lord Dune. I will be plain, though, because I suspect you would like us to come to the point.
I would very much prefer that. He does gesture to the table. There is food sitting on the table and goblets. I have personally had each one of the food items here tested by one of my testers. You can be rest assured that your safety is paramount. However, I will state that the food is probably not to your usual standards.
Do we see, I don't know his name, but the servant?
Crocus?
Crocus is in the
Crocus?
room. Kukus is in the room. I don't have a mini for Kukus, or a mini for fourth right now, but he does look up at fourth, and he says, "I would wish that the servants would leave us now. This is matters of state." What's his name? Yeah, right. All too willing to get out of here. Let's go. He looks at Kukus. Give me a insight check. Everyone can do this.
9.
18.
Ooh. I don't know my insight bonus.
16.
Good. 20.
Well, there you go.
There is a
Group wins.
there is a brief moment when they look at each other, and you're not entirely sure if it's recognition or what, but when he stood up, Jarvis didn't know shit. When he stood up to walk out with Kukus, there was definitely a look between them and a degree of tension
Between who?
between Kukus and Fourth.
Okay.
As they made their way out.
Okay.
They have definitely, from what you can tell, they're either aware of each other by reputation or they personally know each other. There was definitely something that went on between both of them.
Okay. Here's checking into later.
It didn't seem hostile. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But yeah, on the table, there are a number of food items. Something that looks like you've seen the ham steak before.
Mm-hmm.
The plates are fixed with something that looks like ham steak. You're not sure what it is. You can make a nature check. You know what it is, Jack. This is Tazzleworm tail.
That would be a 1.
Yeah.
Good time to roll with though, I'm figuring.
That's a 12.
Is this nature or intelligence?
Nature.
Tazzleworm.
I got 20.
You're having us eat finally at this meal.
Mm-hmm.
I got 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's Tazzleworm. It's Tazzleworm tail. It is had one of my hunters ran into and they killed it. It killed one of my people, so I decided we should eat it.
Wow.
No, wrong accent. Sorry, shit. I decided we should eat it. One of the things you learn living in this swamp is that one must make do and make use of every resource available.
Thank you.
We're done. I'll come straight to the point. We're here from the king with the mandate to try to negotiate a peace treaty, for starters, and also to look at the possibility of opening some sort of diplomatic relations with Gryffindor. The King of Parn regrets that the decision, that the choices were necessary to protect the people of Parn, and that in the midst of doing that, in what was an emergency for us and our kingdom, that members of your community were killed. And that is something he knows that he could not have made a different decision, and he's not apologizing for that, but at the same time, he regrets it. So we are here to try to see what might be of benefit to both people in terms of opening relations. And we wanted to get your opinion and to listen to you first.
To summarize, your king made an error based on information that he had and took military action. That military action turned out to be based on an unfounded idea. He now wishes to, for lack of a better term, satisfy his honor. I will be blunt, as you have gotten directly to the point. I am not comfortable with the terms that I have been presented with. We have very few resources in this kingdom. And as such, I believe that our kingdom, should it be recognized and should it be allowed to flourish, must be able to take advantage of all of the resources that we have, lest we become dependent on someone from the outside, at which point we would risk our sovereignty. As such, the amendment I wish to make is one that you would have to bring before the Lunar, for he has refused me on every occasion. I wish more permission to more freely distribute Dreamroot outside of the kingdom's borders.
To distribute Dreamroot in such a way that it is distributed for its medicinal and its good uses, or to distribute Dreamroot where it can be used as a destructive drug that people become addicted to and harms their lives.
Only those who are of weak will it harm their lives. Someone would say the same for alcohol, that when someone overuses it, it can destroy their lives. Dreamroot is no different. It is a resource and one we should utilize. However, I would be open to an agreement, potentially, where our kingdom receives money from Pan for not distributing the Dreamroot. We are given a payment on a monthly basis to follow this rule, and I might be able to approve of that. I also request troops from Pan to augment our own forces.
We have seen how that could be a benefit. We visited the coast yesterday and saw and thwarted a pirate attack and saved many lives yesterday on the coast, as the village was underprotected. It was valiantly protected by those that were there, but there were not enough to defeat the pirates. So we helped where we could. We too would like to see you have better ways to do things. I will be honest in that, since we're being honest at this table, that we had to be convinced to take this mission. It was very difficult for us with our principles and our beliefs to try to stomach, is probably the best word for it, the terms of, I know you don't like the term enslavement, but that's how we see it.
I speak blunt from a military perspective. They are definitely slaves.
They are. And this bothers us greatly. But at the same time, since I've been here, I have come to see that it is a terrible position to be in, to be forced to do something to stay alive. And it's difficult to say what people would do were they in your shoes. And this was not a choice that you made originally. It was a choice that was thrust upon you in the manner of your creation. So aside from all of this diplomatic thing, I personally have taken a vow that I'm going to try to find a way to end this curse on the Ash Elves, so that it would no longer be a choice to keep slaves, or no choice to be able to keep them. People would have a choice, in which case, in my opinion, that makes it even more morally reprehensible to do it. But all of that aside, we're here because we think that there could be benefits for everyone if an agreement could be reached. And I will also be honest that the king's advisors, many of them disagreed with this. This is for King Highborn feeling like this is the appropriate and the wise and the right thing to do, even though he knows he made the decision that he made, and he would make the same decision again under the same circumstances. But Parn's military is strong, and outside of the king's wishes, there are fewer reasons for Parn to undertake this.
There is a slight raising of an eyebrow. It's very subtle. As you speak, especially near the end. Give me a insight check. Everyone can give me an insight check.
20.
1 again. So we may have to put this one in dice jail and get another one out for the next roll.
Jack is the most perceptive person here. Maybe it wasn't what Aislinn was attempting to communicate, but when she said our forces are strong and there's really no reason to undertake this, you get the feeling he perceived that as a veiled threat.
Does that disturb you, what she said?
I am not comfortable with the way that was worded.
Apologies, because that certainly was not my intent. I think I just mean to say that we are here to try to do good things. That is the purpose. Otherwise, he could have sent a letter saying that I'm very sorry that people were killed. But instead, he has sent a member of his family to try to negotiate and to try to find a way so that this kingdom can be recognized in a right and open diplomatic relationships with other kingdoms, and that no longer perhaps be isolated from the rest of the world. I think that's what he seeks. That he's here because it's the right choice, he feels. That's where I'm coming from.
I know the reputation of King Hybel. I know the history behind the Highborn legacy. I do not know why they vanished. I do not know how they returned, but I do know their reputation. The so-called Blessed of Dayanara. He takes a deep breath and exhales slowly. Based on what you have said about wishing to end the curse, as you put it, I will say that you will do that which you wish to do. I will neither condone nor condemn it. What I will say is that to break the curse for some would consider it a death sentence and might resist. And I will state plainly, I believe they would be right to resist, for as you believe, everyone has a choice of their lot in life, so should people have a choice to exist.
And I don't disagree with that. I think that if a quote-unquote cure is found, then it will become a choice. But then what I'm saying is then I would find it harder to negotiate and speak to people that are making a choice to enslave and harm other beings based on my personal beliefs, rather than doing it because they have to survive. But where we're at right now is that everyone has to survive.
Curious.
I respect that.
Curious that you say it would be different if they had to survive, when even if there was a cure, as you put it, they would still have to survive.
But they would have a choice to do it differently.
And
they
would have
be
a choice
choosing
to die.
To die or to get rid of the curse and stop hurting and enslaving people.
Which would result in their death.
Then that would be their choice. This is me talking. This is me giving you my honest perception of why I am here, even though I find, and my companions find, it very challenging to feel as though we are supporting and condoning the enslavement of other beings.
I understand. I simply want to make certain that I understood your position.
But this is also in the sense that I tell you about the cure, it is my position. It is not the position of the King of Karn. King Highborn has asked us to come and to negotiate, and that is why we're here in good faith. I merely wish to be honest and forthright.
And what do your companions say? He looks to each one of you. Are you merely guards to stand mute, or have you your own opinion?
What? What'd you say?
He said, are you merely guards to stand mute?
Oh.
Or do you have your own opinions?
Yeah, it's interesting that you talk about choice, but then willingly have slaves that you're very aware of. Clearly, you don't have the same perspective about other beings other than the Ash Elves.
And would it be wrong for someone to care about their people, a people who were wronged, who were cursed, who were cast out, in many cases murdered? And note that I fought in the war. I died for the cause of the gods. And this was thrust upon me, and when I returned, I was summarily driven out and personally watched many of my fellows slaughtered. You can see why that might have made, how you say, an impression.
Okay, but you still talk about having choice about the things that happen to you. I don't think enslaving people gives them the choice to be free or not.
That is a valid stance. I see it more as a matter of, if I were to return to that which I was, assuming I would not immediately crumble to dust or die from the injuries that I suffered that killed me the first time, or continue living at the cost of servants who are better treated than most of your own peasants, I am not certain which one I would choose. But I appreciate and respect your input. What say you?
I think what stands out is just that the way you're using your slaves is stifling your kingdom a little bit. You're asking for potentially Parn to send soldiers because your army is diminished in size. If you had trained or educated slaves, you could have a better army. You have ash elves in this kingdom, such as yourself, who were great warriors, great mages thousands of years ago, and have lived for thousands of years, yet from what we've seen technologically, your country's behind Parn in the free world. If you had education, if you had, military training, if you had some sort of mutualistic relationship with the beings that you keep to feed upon, you would have a stronger kingdom. Yes, there would be political risks with that, but your kingdom would be significantly stronger than right now when you're keeping an uneducated population just to do menial labor.
First, many of our servants perform no labor. They do what they do along with everyone else under the instruction of the Lunarch, or as the Lunarch says it, the greater community. Second, would you have me war train a admittedly oppressed people that outnumber us greater than 7-1? Should they uprise? Yes, you are correct. There are a number of us who have lived for millennia, who have battle experience, who have fought and died. If they were to be forced to fight, not only would it result in many of their deaths, for as strong as I am, from a purely militaristic standpoint, a revolt, we would lose. There is no question. We require life force to feed upon, to recover from injuries. They merely require time. They outnumber us. We don't have the food to feed upon. Those small that we can control die, and we lose food to feed upon. If it becomes a battle of attrition, as any warrior of training can speak, we lose in every category. Keeping them untrained in the ways of war is simply a matter of continued survival. But I do appreciate your honesty and input. And what say you, wizard?
Well, I agree with all of my fellow companions in my group. But I'm also still puzzled, if the Ash Elves are so powerful and so strong, and why depend on the servants for your community, of your civilization to function on their own? It's almost like you're dependent on somebody who's not your own.
Are you not dependent on eating?
Well, I'm talking about if your so-called curse had a cure, why not give up the ways of slavery?
Because we would die.
So I will say that
if the curse was cured,
we would still die. We would, if we were returned to mortality, if we did not die instantly.
well, because you think that you would die because you wouldn't be strong enough to do all the things you guys need to do in the swamp here?
No, I mean all of us have died.
Oh.
I will say,
if it's cured, you think that you guys would perish because you're past?
Not only are some of us, again, not all of us, have lived for a millennia, were we to have, as they say, time to catch up, we might turn to dust. On top of that, even if we did not, it would mean a return to mortality, which would mean that we would age and eventually die.
you would age, though, as elves age, which is a very long lifespan, is it not? And in addition to that, I would not call a cure that results in you turning into dust, I would not consider that a cure. To work, it would have to be something that truly worked and that you would be able to live and eat food as normally, as opposed to feeding off of human life force. I would not consider a cure that kills you a cure.
It still, in time, results in death.
As we all must die at some point in time.
Again, I have lived for 5 millennia. Or, well, actually 5.5 millennia. I was not a young man when I converted. I appreciate your honesty, and I see the opinions, regardless of my agreement or disagreement. My concern at this point in time is not a theoretical cure that may or may not ever manifest, but my concern is the prosperity of our kingdom. And as you did point out, we are, as you said, behind technologically other realms, and of which I agree. Though I will say part of that, I believe, is the fact that we are quite resource starved. In any case, my terms to agree to this compact revolves around a promised agreement that we will receive funding in exchange for not more freely distributing Dreamroot, as that is our primary resource.
Makes sense.
I will need to think on that, but I certainly will. It is not, I think, a surprising request, and it is perhaps reasonable, but I think I need to think through it. I think that I do have a question about troops and protection. Would you truly feel safe with Parn's soldiers constantly within your borders, or would something along the lines of patrolling the perimeter of your borders, and possibly I can certainly see a need to protect the seacoast, where clearly raiders are coming in and taking advantage of your people regularly. But would you truly want Parn soldiers within your lands?
What I want is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, King Hybern's soldiers killed 600 Ash Elves. On top of that, they also burned structures that held our slaves and food sources, almost in 7 times that number. You can
600.
do the math.
So but to do that, you would want the king's forces then to patrol that land on those borders?
Our alternative would be to create more Ash Elves.
No.
And because we had more slaves die,
Mhm.
that is not a possibility.
Mhm.
And so we have no choice but to call in aid.
Okay. I think such a thing is certainly possible when it comes to troops and to protect people in those areas where your forces are not available to protect them anymore. I think that I just need to think through what that would look like. Did you have a number in mind?
I would have to consult with the Lunarch. I would personally assume no more than 200 soldiers would be required.
Okay.
I do wish to speak to your friend here who so quickly said no to creating more Ash Elves. Let me be clear. We are not giving up our sovereignty. We will not be dictated how we support ourselves within our own borders. In time, as numbers of servants increase through the natural process, we may indeed begin elevating Ash Elves when the time comes. But that, adamantly, ultimately, falls to us within our own sovereign border.
But currently the policies of the Lunarch prevent this, correct?
Correct. The policies of the Lunarch forbid it, given the, how shall I put it, food to population ratio. To be blunt, we can only survive by closely monitoring that.
That was one of our conditions when we spoke with the Lunarch, is that we would want that to stay in place.
That definitely will.
Why do you feel the need to create more of you when clearly this is detrimental to not only yourselves, but to other beings in existence?
Several reasons. The first being
We can supplement your lacking military with our own people if that's part of the agreement we're discussing.
He takes a moment as he's trying to make a measured reply, as he says, there are a number of reasons. The first reason, if we do not replenish our numbers, we will forever be dependent on others for defense. That is not a way to, how you say, secure a kingdom. Second, and I should remind you, personal feelings that you may have aside, we are a species. And as such, propagation of that species and the continued existence of that species is still one of our primary functions to exist. If we were forbidden from ever creating more Ash Elves, ultimately your problem would solve itself, as we would die like any beings. It may not be due to the ravages of time. Accidents occur, crimes occur, incidents, attacks, creatures from the swamp. We must keep our numbers stable, lest there is no point in having a kingdom, at which point we would merely be a satellite at best.
Something doesn't sit right with me on that.
Unfortunately, that is the way things are.
But the agreement will not be signed unless it states in it that the current Lunarch's policies on not creating ash elves would need to be maintained.
The current Lunarch's rules upon creating ash elves is very simple. We do not create ash elves unless the population allows it. If we do not have enough population, we do not create ash elves.
So are you saying
That's
you're
not
planning on
quite how it was
enslaving
explained to us.
more people?
No. We raise servants. As they age, they reproduce like any population. When they reach a certain number, we can make more. That is how things operate. The Lunarch has rules of how many there can be based on population, how many ash elves. We do not tell people they cannot have children.
Wasn't described to us quite that way, was it not?
No.
I thought what we heard from him was that there was no new ash elves created unless one died and you came to ask for permission.
Yes.
So that's not the
600
same
of us
as,
died.
so because that's not the same as saying that you can do it anytime you have enough people to.
It is and is not. If we were to replenish the 600, we would have to have enough people to do that.
But if we're bringing you troops, you don't need to replenish the 600. That's part of the reason we would be providing you with troops.
And we would forever be dependent on other kingdoms for our own borders and own security. You can see why that would be
Not unless you
favorable to any kingdom.
found economic means to start support yourself in different ways to be able to pay your servants, in which case you would be able to train your servants and they would be able to defend, as my companion had said, their own lands. Right now, it all comes down to the fact that we appreciate, and I do appreciate the fact that you have very few commodities with the way things stand right now. And I think that a fair agreement might also include ways to be able to capitalize on coastal resources or other resources that you might be able to find here, craftsman resources. There's many skills and talents, I'm sure, amongst your people. But just to be able to simply say that, you know, we're sorry, we have to make new ash elves to defend ourselves because we won't train the thousands of people that are here within our borders. That's a you decision. I mean, we're willing to help defend and we're willing to help because we have, through necessary military choices, and we were there, so we are well aware of what this plague was that was infringing and hurting Parn. We saw it with our own eyes and we were responsible for ending it. So we understand that the king had no choice. But at the same token, I don't think it stands that, you know, this is a long-term thing either. I don't think the king of Parn would want to protect your borders forever. I think it would be great if your kingdom learned to support itself in other ways that were self-sustaining, and just like any other kingdom, you could have an economy and you would be able to defend yourselves, but not by creating other beings that have to feed on other life forces and keep them enslaved.
I see. So, in the efforts of speaking blunt, I will summarize that which you are negotiating. You wish us to never create more ash elves, to allow our population to decline until we eventually go extinct. You instruct us that we must begin training our people to defend themselves, we must begin paying them, and at that point, when another kingdom is dictating to us our own sovereignty and behavior and laws within our own lands, who really is the slave? At which point I think I have heard that which I need to hear. Please finish your meals and then you may go.
All right. Thank you for listening. We
Wait,
will
wait.
just assume that you are a no, and we will cease negotiations then?
Wait, real quick though, can we circle back to the dream route? Because isn't
Not
that what
necessarily.
his main condition
Well,
was, the dream route?
but I think he's also saying that the Lunarch's type of restrictions on creating new ash elves aren't really how he sees it. He wants to be able to create new ash elves when he wants to create new ash elves.
Well, he wants to create new ash elves as the population allows to replenish the numbers of the people of the ash elves that were killed. He can't do that until the population of servants gets high enough that they can do that without killing their own food supply.
What he said was implying that he would create more ash elves, just depending on the population of servants.
Right. If he
Yeah,
has plenty
yeah.
of servants, he's going to keep making ash elves, and
If
that's
he
not
has enough to
acceptable.
replenish their numbers, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's not acceptable, right? I mean, I think we all agreed upon that in the beginning, that that wasn't something we wanted.
I feel bad for saying an entire species needs to go extinct, but I think in this situation, it's not really the way they reproduce is not a way that is humane to other beings. Like, I think we would have to negotiate with high elves. If there were any that wanted to become immortals, then they could choose to become immortals. But at the same time, yeah, the fact that they need to feed on other beings to survive is the big crux of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I will go ahead and state, if you remember when you were speaking to the Lunarch, as the Lunarch did say, when one ash elf dies, they do elevate to keep their numbers consistent.
But that's not the same as saying keeping their numbers consistent is not the same as growing their numbers. And I think that's what I'm hearing that's different from him.
No, he said replenish our numbers, as in get back the 600 that died.
Yeah,
Still don't know how comfortable I am with that.
Oh no, that's totally
I think we
fine.
need to keep talking to these other people because frankly we need 4 people. We don't need all 7.
yeah,
We have 1, we need 3 more. And if we get desperate, then maybe we come back and talk to him, but I don't know.
And in case you're wondering, he did imply that at least 4,200 slaves were killed.
4,200.
At least. Based on what you know of how many they keep to feed, and probably more than that, but at least.
How would you... Yeah. I guess I'm struggling to see how 4,200 people would have...
7 times 600.
No, been collateral damage in
Because
this world.
keeps were set on fire, destroyed. Ash elves were fighting and needed to feed to replenish the damage.
So more from...
Well, no, I wouldn't even say you don't know. You don't have those
Right.
specifics.
What do you think, Iestyn?
It's quite simply war. People die.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Trying to think what I can say. So are we still negotiating with?
He's
sounds like
y'all
he's
are
done.
deciding amongst yourselves.
It sounded like he was kind of done, but you could always butt back in and try again. We're still here.
It's like, is this conversation like meta, like above the game, or is this?
I think
I thought
this
he
is-
left.
Yeah, she said that y'all were leaving. So.
Yeah, I thought he left.
Oh,
He said
okay.
we were done.
Oh, he said finish your. He said
Finish your
meal
food.
and
So
go.
he walked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, he walked
so
out?
I mean,
He
we
Yeah,
could
left.
he
still
walked
talk.
away.
We can
What's he
talk. I
gonna
mean,
do?
with the understanding that we might be overheard, but at this point, I'm not saying anything to you all that.
Yeah, there's still guards here. I'm not. I don't really agree with Parn paying for them to not distribute Dreamroot. It would have to be an agreement where Parn or other kingdoms that were part of this treaty were paying for Dreamroot that they could use for medicinal purposes or research.
Yep.
Paying them to not distribute it is tantamount to blackmail, essentially.
No, I agree completely, and
There
that's
has to
actually
be
what I
some
was
sort of
writing down myself,
material.
is that
And
we could
the
subsidize
Dreamroot
the
would
Dreamroot
probably
industry
flow anyways.
medicinally.
Mhm.
It would flow on the black market like it does already now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be money would be worth nothing.
But it is a valuable medical commodity, so it could be subsidized and we could pay handsomely. The kingdoms that want Dreamroot could pay for it legally and handsomely, and sometimes restricting the sale of something like lobsters, inflates the price high and keeps,
I out of character. So breaking character for a second. There's one
driving
thing
you
I find
crazy?
really funny.
Yeah.
Just because in real life I'm a big political and economic wonk. It's basically what he was asking for is by paying them not to distribute.
Mhm.
It's actually what we do here in the U.S. with farmland.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put a lot of thought into this.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a
100%.
lot.
Yeah.
It's just because it's a
drug.
it's a drug.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
it's the issue.
Oh no, I
But
get that. I just
to be-
was
yeah.
like,
But then, like, if Parn's actually buying the drug, what's going to keep Parn from running like government-approved cartels to put the drug out in the street and make some money on the like
we just at that point have to hope that the king
Yeah.
has a
his like assistant? What's his name?
Malik.
He's gonna be like
Chubby dude.
he's gonna be
that-
selling Dream Root on the side.
Totally.
Well, at least Dream's not that hard of a drug. It's not like the other drug.
you really hate that guy. Can I?
Just hit us
Can you
all
hand me
wrong.
that?
What do you
You
need?
said you got me a
Yeah, the ghost.
a ghost. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love it. It's gonna circle back around to that
So
guy.
funny. So no,
Great.
I can live with the 200 soldiers. I can live with a naval presence. I think that would help people here. And I think they would probably go for the heavily priced, subsidized medicinal dream root. I just don't. I'm just not. I think we need more thought about the.
Yeah.
Creating that many new ash elves.
This stuff is clear.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't care less about them wanting us to pay them to not distribute Dream Root. It's more just the I don't know how to put it nicely, but there's no reason for them to persist their species unless like somebody voluntarily wants to participate in that experience.
Yeah.
And even then I still struggle with that just because of the impact it has on other beings as well.
Me too.
So to me, that's the big thing is I don't want to perpetuate the Ash Elf race unless it's necessary.
All right. Well, we should go back. We should
How
go
good
back
is the
so Ophelia
Tazzle
can
Wormtail?
go.
It's actually pretty good. Like
good?
it tastes like chicken.
Well, of course I made it Cajun.
Oh,
for
nice.
Oh, you reflected it.
Just kidding.
It tastes. It's basically snake. Which I've only tasted snake one time in my life. I was at like a county fair type thing, and they had like snake meat, like rattlesnake meat or whatever. And I've also had gator tail,
Yeah, I had gator before.
and it's very much like a porky, chickeny. It's like chicken. It's the taste of chicken with the consistency of pork.
All right. All right.
Stuff
So
is so good.
It's hitting.
Again, Ghost, if anyone at Ghost like sees this stream,
yum.
I will take an endorsement. Will plug for drink.
Don't do it for free now.
I said, look, I will plug for drink. If you want to send me cases of this stuff, honestly, I'm fighting cancer right now, and like, this stuff helps me hold food down. I don't know if that put that in your marketing. Right, back to game.
All right. So we're gonna go back to the Lunar, correct? So we go back outside and meet up with Fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you meet up with Fourth.
Do I have time to run back and change my clothes while he's visiting with the wizard?
Yeah.
Off to see the wizard.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna run back and get out of military garb and get into my diplomat's clothes before we go see Lady Delena. I'll be quick about it.
Okay. What I want you to do, actually, this is something I want you, well, in character and out of character to do.
Mm-hmm.
Since ultimately you will be the person who writes the compact
Mm-hmm.
that they have to sign,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure in the compact you put down the terms.
Yeah.
Because ultimately the final decision is going to be when the compact is presented. It's like Congress. You got to give them the bill before they decide to sign up.
Fair. I will start working on that.
And that's going to blanket be kind of. That is going to blanket be kind of how it works in general. Like, it just because they're for becoming a kingdom, if the terms that they see in the final are not something they can back, that's going to be up to y'all out of character to build. What I will do is I will create a Google document, and I will put a link in the Discord. It will be a blank Google document that all of you have edit rights to. And you guys can work out the terms that you're comfortable with giving, and whether or not the kingdom is recognized, if the compact fails or succeeds. I want you guys to have input in that. And depending on that, I will say will impact the game world for future players, as well as yourselves. Okay. So yeah, Fourth is more than willing to bring the carriage around to the Blood Moon Hotel, and y'all can turn the lights
I'm
off.
gonna put these off. Yeah.
I hope y'all are having fun, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
So yes, he's able to bring you back to the Blood Moon Hotel where you can change clothes and meet. Go back to the. Let me
So
do
Ophelia,
some quickie math.
to see if we doesn't work. Does it?
So, if this is meta talk, but Jarvis too,
Go ahead,
not the
Roland.
nicest guy. Maybe he
No.
could have been poisoned. I mean, would we have been that sad? I mean, come on, guys. Right?
I'm more
Am I
worried
right
that
or
it's
am I
something against the.
Could be the Lunark.
I'm worried that they're putting it against the.
It could be, and I like the Lunark. I don't want
It
the
seems
Lunark.
like
to
such
get
a cowardly thing to do for somebody who's like
Yeah.
prides himself on being
strong.
Yeah.
and direct and honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it seems strange. Like it almost feels like something conspiratorial is happening with the servants.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be the servants. Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause we
Trying
saw
to.
Fourth and I can't remember the
Kukus.
Lucas,
Focus.
the right hand man of Jarvis Doom.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one name I can't remember. What's the wizard's name? Tell
Oh, the
Lethal?
you mean the
Apothecary.
apothecary?
Wizard, yeah.
Her name is Lethel.
Lethal.
Or Lethil. L-I-apostrophe-Phil.
I do like the chairs.
Yeah, you do a great job with the
Thank
tables
you.
and the chairs.
Yeah, those are freaking
Good vibe.
amazing.
Then we can use those
I
for
was
all the
not.
meetings.
I was expecting like just some generic like
Tavern chairs.
cherubim chairs,
Those are sick.
and I was gonna be like whatever. But heck yeah. See, that's what I want to find. I've been looking online, and I can't find anywhere that's just selling like a box of scatter terrain of like just fantasy like tables, chairs, bar things.
There was a
that-
great one on the
That
printing.
not like
Yeah.
super expensive.
I can send you the link to this group's like STL like store, like their page, but just be warned it's like a black hole of stuff to purchase. Like they design scatter terrain for different like locations and buildings, like scatter terrain and NPCs. So this is the Guildmaster's
Oh,
table
did you
and
have
chair
to buy?
set.
Did you have to buy these, or did you already have?
It was a Black Friday sale. I got them for like $3.
Okay, I will
Oh.
give you money for that.
Nah, it's
You
fine.
should not have to.
No, but there's like they've got stuff that's like, you know, veterinarians' offices, map making offices, shoe shops, like hundreds of different like, and it'll be like you can buy an individual piece of scatter terrain, or you could buy the whole shop and the characters for like $20 sort of thing. It was a Kickstarter, I think, or 2 Kickstarters.
So you buy the plans and then you can print them
You just
yourself.
print 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but it's like everything.
Huh.
But you're already going to be printing all of the ship. Are you going to do that ship? Did
Um,
you guys decide on the ship?
I can't. I don't think I can print it with resin. I can print parts of it with resin. I'm going to be printing that at either Georgia Tech, which would be free, or I know Tony said we can print stuff here. We just have to pay for the filament.
Okay.
So I need to talk to him about that at some point and figure out.
So,
And also, we can pool and give you money for the resin.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's not like it's gonna break the bank here.
Well, it's definitely cheaper making it ourselves than it would be to buy
Yeah.
the pieces straight up. So.
Okay, you were awarded 50 experience points for delivering the package successfully, even though it almost killed you. And you were awarded 150 for meeting the first counselor.
So I get an extra 50, or everyone gets a 50?
Everyone gets 50.
Oh, okay.
Everyone even if you're
I
not
spy on
there.
you,
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good move.
You are currently sitting at, according to my math, 6180.
Okay.
You are 320 away from the next level.
Yep.
Okay. So you are brought back.
Let's go blow something up so we can get the 5th.
Yeah, you did say you wanted to blow something
I
up.
did.
You
That's
can blow
not
fish
much
out.
like your
No,
character.
I'm lawful good. I know.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
We could go fishing, I guess. Yeah.
Easy fish.
Yeah.
I don't think your character would like that though much.
No.
Killing animals.
Dynamiting
that.
fish.
I don't
If
know.
I eat it, I mean,
Dynamiting
remember
the
I Cajun cooked the
That's
fish
fair.
that we
That's true.
Shantara caught.
That's right. That's right. So you're not like total, like anti.
Not a
Eating
vegan.
animals.
Not
Yeah.
a vegan.
I'm not a vegan.
Not a druid. Are you a druid?
Yeah.
You're a druid.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
So what's next?
All right. So you said you were going back to go talk
I've
to
changed.
Lunark.
Yep.
Now we're going back to talk to the Lunark, and we're off to see the wizard.
So are y'all all gonna come with me?
If we have time.
Or are
between
y'all-
I
going
mean,
to
you don't
see-
know when the other meeting is scheduled for. You'd have to go ask the Lunark anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So we'll go see the wizard.
all right.
To see the Lunark.
So we're gonna let this just be the Lunark's run.
Oh, we're not gonna worry about
Don't
it,
worry
man.
about it. Okay. Come on.
We're not gonna worry about it, man. This would be like a he would be bringing you to a wizard tower anyway.
Okay.
So yeah. Fourth takes the carriage back to the Lunark's manor, and just as before, he talks to the guards. One of the guards goes in. There's a time waited, and then eventually you are invited in to see the Lunark. All right. You make your way inside, and the Lunark has, by this point, the retinue that he was working with is cleared out. He looks up. Ah, welcome back. Welcome. Sorry about the situation that where I could not talk longer earlier. I hope that your meeting with Dune went well.
I'd say it didn't end great,
You kicked us out,
but
essentially.
there were parts of the conversation that were fruitful. We'll just have to see. Can you clarify something for me if we have a moment before we need to see the wizard?
Of course.
When we were talking about replenishing Ash Elf's numbers, didn't you not say that you weren't planning on that there was a lot of procedural work that went into creating a new Ash Elf, and you weren't just allowing people to create, like trying to get back to, if 600 people died, are you really planning on making 600 new Ash Elves?
Just making 600 Ash Elves would not be something that I would approve. And yes, there is there are red tape, as it were, required to make more. If you are asking if I will replenish over time that number, that will probably be something that happens. I would not seek it. There is no reason for me to rush it. But as the general rule that was agreed upon by the council many years ago, we are not allowed to go above a certain number of Ash Elves. That was one of the requirements that I had to agree to when I became the Lunark. I was not allowed to let our population get below a certain number, lest our population risk going extinct.
How far below that magic number are you now?
According to my paperwork that I was filling out this morning, we have lost 612 Ash Elves this year.
Now, not all of those to us.
Most of them not, no.
So how many were
Well, I
actually...
mean, excuse me, let me rephrase that. Most of them, yes. most of them were in the attacks, yes. We lost, I would say, somewhere in the vicinity this year of, I don't have my exact numbers here. I want to say 518. He kind of tries to, like, you can see he's counting in his head. But 518, I think, were killed in the attacks.
And just over how many years would you see yourself wanting to replace 518 ash elves? Because I will tell you that this is going to likely be a sticking point. I don't know. It's a lot of ash elves.
I understand.
Hating this conversation so much.
I know.
I understand.
Not the same way.
I just want to get the numbers on the table that they're talking about.
All right. First of all, I'm about to tell you something that I consider a state secret. So I would hopefully ask that you not repeat this even to King Highborn or anyone else. Do you understand?
I do understand, but understand that if it is a matter of safety for my kingdom or my people, I would have to say something.
I understand. And I do not believe it would impact that. So, it is a state secret that I do not reveal.
Do the rest of you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a state secret that I will only reveal to you and to give you our exact population. There are currently 5,000 ash elves. No more. Well, no more, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The
5,000 too many.
the population. When you say that, he kind of winces a little. The population, that is the number that we are allowed to have. No more ever than that. There are currently 45,312 civilians. Of those of age, because I do not allow under any circumstances anyone feeding on someone who is not of age.
You said, wait a minute. You said there are 4,312 right now?
There are 45,312.
45,000? And they're only supposed to be 5,000?
No.
The slaves.
There are five.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The 5,000 ash elves. Total population is 45,312.
Right.
Total. Okay.
45,312 is the number of slaves. There are 5,000 ash elves. The max of ash elves is 5,000.
Yep.
But as they have lost 618,
Uh-huh.
that number is currently 4,592.
Okay.
And you try to maintain a ratio of
Oh,
7
I need to-
civilians per.
Hold on, I didn't deduct from the population the number of dead servants yet.
Hmm.
Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, that's 4, quick maths. When's never fall.
We're doing a census on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have done all this math already.
It's all good. It's all good. It's complicated political stuff. Take some time. It's all good.
Feel bad. Like, I don't want to like be inconsiderate because I get that they fear for their own mortality, but it's just not. Like, it's harmful to other things. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I feel the same way that you feel. I mean, that's
Yeah, no,
I
it's
agree.
supposed to not be.
We're all on the
It's
same
not
page.
supposed to be. There's an easy, clear. This is a not everything is
It's a
easily
pickle.
solvable.
It's a pickle.
well, how do you go? Oh yeah, we don't want to like go extinct, and it's like, well, you're already dead. Yeah. Prototype kind of.
Yeah. It's also like I don't know, like it's weird, like with like Zaphos being like undead things is kind of an anathema, like that the gods in the pantheon of light have kind of just let this go on for 5,000 years.
Right. Which means that
Like-
if it were that much of an anathema to them,
Yeah,
you would have thought
something would have been
might
done.
have done something about it.
Yeah,
You know. I
Well,
mean, and these
remember,
were elves.
the
For God's
gods
sakes.
themselves are not allowed to directly do stuff. They can work through agents. They could, like, the gods could theoretically like go to their worshippers and be like, wipe these people off the face of the earth, and like, but holy wars are generally not a good thing, and that's kind of, I mean, that's information your characters don't have.
Like, I think I acknowledge that the ones that exist, and it has to be this way. I just, the creation of more just seems like a,
Mhm.
nah.
I agree.
That are currently, the current number of slaves is actually 41,000, 41,076 slaves, of the actual number of adult slaves there are.
All right.
how many slaves do you need per?
So
ash
that's
elf?
71,076 divided by 7 equals what?
It's close to 6,000.
So they already have the slaves that they would need to just flat out tomorrow go ahead and create 518 ash elves.
No.
So
the
40
reason why, so the minimum number of people in order to feed safely, as in just 1 point per day from someone, is 7. They can do less, but they also have the actual number. This is, you can ask the Lunarch this. We'll discuss it above table. It'd be harder to explain in person, because they deal with a lot of, it's complicated. The actual number that they have is 9 per ash elf. The reason why is a number of things. 1, they can't feed off of people. They don't feed off of people who are pregnant. 2, if someone gets sick, they don't feed off of them if they're sick or injured. And people die occasionally. That's just kind of a fact of life. And crimes happen, murders happen, people die. There's famines, there's diseases.
What do you mean people just die? That's a
No,
fact
I
of
mean,
life.
just, they age to a certain point
Oh.
and drop dead.
I thought you were talking about during feeding, and I was like, yeah, that's fucked up.
No.
No, it's a swamp.
No, that's actually one of the Lunarch's rules. Is you can, if you do not kill off of, if you get caught doing that, you are executed on the spot.
Gotcha.
The only person who got away with that, 'cause you remember it was talked about, like, the one person who went cuckoo, 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 and she was like sent off to like the asylum. She was sent off because she killed someone. Anyway, so yeah, the general population ratio the general population ratio they decided on back then is like a 9 to 1. So there simply aren't enough population growth. They would need
Yeah, I just did it. So at 9 each, they need 4,005. They could support 4,564, and right now they have 4,592.
their normal is, according to my math, 45,000 12 is what I 45,312 is how many they need to support 5,000.
Hey, while you guys do this math, I'm gonna pee. You guys can keep playing if you want.
Yeah, I'm just talking about where they're at right now.
Yeah, where
At
they're at
9
right now
each.
is 41,076.
So that divided by 9 gives you 4,564.
So we're slightly below that 9 right now.
So they're slightly below that right now. So right now they're not actually functioning off of 9 apiece. They're
No.
functioning off of slightly less than that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not doing anything with that right now. I just wanted to know what it was.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
There's just literally no need to replenish your ranks, especially if this agreement goes through. That's the part that I can't stand for.
Right, because we would be protecting. They wouldn't have the security needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it makes no logical sense.
I don't know, but in other words, Parn is not getting anything out of this. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, other than, I mean, and right now, but right now he can say he tried. We came, we apologized, we offered a lot. You know, we're offering to recognize them as a kingdom. We're offering, you know, potential protection, potential money for the dream work. Okay, all right. Again, I don't think we can solve this right now, but that's helpful to know. So what do we do next? So thank you for sharing that information for us. We will certainly be part of what we consider as we think through this.
Do you think we're going to encounter more diplomats that feel this way?
He contemplates. For a moment. If you are going to say, do you think that there will be more diplomats, there will be more counselors who believe that we need to take steps over the coming centuries to return our population to the 5,000 ash elves? There will be people who will push for that, yes. It is, we are a species. Many of them do not want to go extinct, and if we are not allowed to reproduce, eventually that will happen. It is not something I am happy about, per se. It is not my personal belief. I have absolutely no trouble, again, this does not leave this room. I have absolutely no trouble with the entire race getting wiped out eventually. However, I do not rule alone. I have a council for a reason. If I were to tell every member of my council that yes, eventually by signing this agreement we will eventually all be wiped out,
Yeah.
you can see why there would be some people who would be like, no.
No, I do appreciate that. I mean, I understand that. I think it's just harder for us to accept too, because you're not actually creating new ash elves by, if you're looking at this as a species and species perpetuation, you're taking elves and turning them into ash elves, which is not the same as having your own children. It's just the same as having.
Well, we do have our own children as well. But yes, I do understand that it can be viewed as different. And it is. I agree with you. I am, as they say, on your side, I believe. But that's not just my decision. If I could wave a hand and mandate that all of us end ourselves, I would consider it. However,
we're not
I
asking
hate to
for
see everybody
suicide.
to end themselves. I would like to find a solution where you don't have to end yourselves, but that's not going to happen for this negotiation. That's a long-term thing.
Just more, it doesn't make any sense to, like, perpetuating your species just doesn't, in this situation, make a lot of logical sense. Like, I think, from my standpoint, the perpetuation of a species happens by accident. And so, why, like, nothing about creating a new ash elf is done by accident.
no, you are correct. It is not done by accident. Generally, the rules are one, there has to be a proper one, and do not allow the population to get above 5,000 at any time. That is the maximum I will allow to exist. Two, to be completely honest, I would over time I hope to lower that number, but right now I cannot simply do that without facing a full revolt.
Do you find that it's the original ash elves that tend to be more opposed to this, or is it okay?
That is hard to say, actually. You have to understand how everyone views becoming an Ashen. There are many who believe that they would end it immediately, especially some of the older ones. They would end it immediately, assuming that they knew that there would be something waiting for them.
But they wouldn't die, in other words, by ending the curse.
I did not say that.
No?
No one knows what happens to a soul of an Asher when they die.
Mm-hmm.
We have had clerics petition the gods, and we have never received an answer. So we do not know. So there are many people. Whereas you eventually will pass on, you will enter into, you will be judged and sent on to your final resting place. We
don't know, right?
There are many people who are afraid of pool.
Could we potentially petition Brooke or whatever her name is to
I think we
maybe
should
get an answer for that?
ask the gods. That's a great idea. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Found a whole new religion in the Ash Elf Kingdom.
So there are many, though, who, from their perspective, they fought for the gods on the side of the gods.
Mm-hmm.
They fought for the protection of the world. They helped destroy a great evil. And their reward was not pleasant.
No.
And so it gets a little bit worse for the originals. For many of them, they were sent to their final judgment. And then they were called back. So you must understand that for many of the originals, of the original Ash Elves, imagine that you were given heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You were in heaven. You had your ultimate reward. He doesn't say heaven. I can't remember off the top of my head the name of the actual realm. You were in paradise, and then you were ripped from paradise after you had only been there for a few days, maybe a week. I was not one of them. So, you were there for a week, and then you were ripped back, persecuted by your own people, treated as monsters, and then told, oh, by the way, there is a chance you do not get to come back. Ever. You can see why people would wish to avoid that fate. I'm just saying.
I actually have a lot of sympathy. I do
I think
understand that.
That's what most creatures experience, that realization of what comes after.
We know what comes after for most people.
Do we?
Yes. You die, the gods claim you, you go to paradise, or you go
Based on
to
your
the
faith.
bad place.
He says what some of the people believe, I guess.
Yeah.
In the kingdom.
Well, out of character.
There's a document out. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a document on religion
Okay.
that kind of covers all of this, but it's actually good for people at home too. In D&D, the term in most fantasy, in D&D especially, the term atheist is not someone who does not believe in a god, does not believe in the afterlife. It is someone who does not worship a god, is atheism. Because the fact is, the gods exist. The heaven, effectively, exists. If you are powerful enough with the right magics, you can actually go there. It's a place. Same thing as for the bad place. Things come from there and cause troubles, and things also come from the high to help people. The afterlife is a thing. Okay. It's a fact. It is an objectively proven this exists.
But they still don't know exactly where they're gonna go, right?
You're right. They do not know. So how it works is when you die, you go and you are judged by the true neutral god, the judge himself. And he goes, either you go to the good place or you go to the bad place. If you go to the good place, it's a combination. The good place is 3 realms. Each one is ruled by one of the different gods of good.
Mm-hmm.
Each one kind of has their own thing, and you can read about them for more info. There is kind of a neutral realm, which is between good and bad. The neutral realm is a place of contemplation where people contemplate their searches in life. It's very cerebral. It's very bad. And then there's the bad place. The bad place is bad. It's if you are a bad person, you go to effectively a endless, desolate wasteland that is filled with pollution and dotted with large kind of post-industrial cities that belch black smoke into the air, and where basically when you arrive in hell, effectively, you're stripped of all your advantages. So, like, your physical abilities are pretty much bottomed out. You have your mind and your wits and your memories. You have those. But your magic is gone, your weapons and items are gone, your physical ability is gone, and you kind of end up as this nothing. In order to gain power, you have to devour the essence of others. And you eat more people to become more powerful. You basically souls go poof. Yeah, well, souls go poof. They don't even go poof. You absorb them. The soul is still aware. It just lacks any ability to do anything, and it is in constant torment. So people generally don't want this. Now, what kind of happens is you eat enough essence, and then eventually you need more essence to keep getting more powerful. But there's like diminishing returns. When it gets to the point of, if you're eating people that are weaker than you, at a certain point, it stops doing anything, and you have to go after people who are more powerful than you. At which point, a lot of the people who are at that level will enslave those who are weaker and make them work in factories, because there is actual currency in hell, because it's a capitalist dystopia. Where people have,
I like this version.
they have currency. Currency is soul steel, and how that is created is Dusana, which is the term for the soul in Ascelia. Dusana will cut pieces of their essence off, which is very, very painful, and it doesn't grow back. And that is transformed in factories into soul steel, which is made for creating goods and other things, and is used as a form of currency. So, yeah, and you can also reabsorb it to get more power. So money is literally power. And so you kind of have this whole situation of you wind up in a place where you feed on people who are equal to you or weaker than you. So every one of your peers wants to eat you. Might makes right. There are some cities, depending on which of the 3 evil deities that kind of rules over whatever city, and it's like they don't like personally rule over. It's a whole thing. Each city has a different patron of one of the 3 evil gods, and that kind of determines like how they function. But for the most part, laws are kind of more suggestions along the line of might makes right, and therefore everyone wants to be more powerful, until eventually you get to a certain point where you become a demon. When you absorb enough tormented souls, you become a demon, and then you still don't stop, because then you're part of the demon hierarchy, and you're going after other demons to become eventually, hopefully, an archdemon, and etc., or archdevil, depending on which one you're aligned with, etc., 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 etc. Some souls thrive in hell. They are cutthroat. They will use people. They enslave people. They amass an army. They do this. Most people end up getting turned into pieces of metal that are in constant torment, or they're eaten, at which point they're in constant torment. Hell is a bad place.
Don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But poof is not necessarily going to hell. Poof could be going nowhere,
Poof,
right? Because
poof could just be
everything is
poof.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's always still that doubt of where, like, I guess
Yeah.
maybe, no, the question is,
That is
how
true.
aware are they of the afterlife? Like, they know that they assume that there's an afterlife for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, do, like, celestial beings come down and be like, heaven's real?
I mean, yeah, there have been incidents where celestial beings have come down, where angels coming down is a thing. You have personally met an avatar of a god, or at least
Allegedly.
one who claimed to be.
Yeah.
Jack's still not buying it.
Historically speaking, the entire surface of the world was destroyed at one point by a battle between gods. They know the gods exist. And so, yeah, it's they know there's an afterlife. You are correct. People don't necessarily know where they're going to wind up. People definitely probably sit back and go, was I a good person? Was I a bad person? I'm not sure how this supposedly neutral God is going to judge me.
Right.
But then there is, at least in the Ashel's case, and in the case of other undead.
So there's a third option, which is poof.
The third option is poof. Like, for example, a lich, poof. They don't have a soul. That's why they have a phylactery that keeps their soul from going where it's supposed to go. And because of that, they've broken the cycle, and therefore they don't get reincarnated. They don't go to heaven or hell. They don't become a Dusana. They die. And they go poof. Some beings are so evil that they know they're horrifyingly evil, and they're like, they're so evil that they're horrifyingly evil, and they're like, I am not going to wind up in eternal torment in someone's fucking stomach. Sorry, language. Sorry, Twitch. That they're like, I'm not going to wind up in someone's belly tormented for the rest of eternity. I would rather poof, but while I'm waiting to poof, I'm going to make myself live forever because I'm just that evil. And so you kind of have where the Ashels are coming from. Sorry, guys, for those of you sitting at home, there are documents for all this crap, and I'm never going to make them public because that would be a lot of work. Anyway, continuing on. So that's how the afterlife. Just be brief primer on the afterlife now that I actually wrote it down.
I did read it. I did.
Did you like it?
I did my homework. Absolutely. It's very interesting. I did.
Okay. Anyway.
Are we wizarding?
Yes. Sorry. So yes.
Oh, no. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's time for the wizard. We need to meet.
We're off to see the wizard.
We're off to see the Wizard of Oz.
Let's go. Maybe I'll get cured.
It is 4:30. This wizard is probably going to take a bit longer than that. So we're going to call it
Okay.
a little bit early. But I'm think you did a lot of progress. You did a lot of good role playing. I'm going to reward that. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be polite. I'm a benevolent god. I am going to go ahead and award you the story completion bonus that you have, which is 300, but I'm not going to make you guys fight for the extra 20. So we're going to go ahead and say 320 as opposed to 300.
So 6,500.
And we're going to be at 6,500, so you're going to ping level 5.
Awesome. So we can do that over the break.
And
Yeah, when do we
I want
meet
to ask you
next?
about bastions too. So, but we can do that off.
about
air.
what?
Bastions?
Okay.
Sorry.
I was actually... Didn't I comment about that?
You just said you were thinking about doing them. There was a cryptic comment, Henry.
Okay. So... Yeah, you can go ahead and... We'll see you next week.